because they don't like Peyton Watson.
We don't think offensively. I personally didn't think that a 32-point night could be that way. And before this game,
forget last night though. Forget last night.
Well, he's a 26% shooter from the arc. And the Nuggets definitely have
this year,
confidence.
This year.
Yeah. They have confidence in him being the offensive threat that they believe he can be. Dover and I just didn't believe, there's got to be other answers. I love Julian Strother. Obviously, he's got a back injury, so it wasn't going to be him. But, that's why if the Texans were saying that, it's because we've had questions about what can Watson be offensively.
I just told Jake Shapiro 20 minutes ago, I would never, and I still feel this way even after last night, I'm not going into another apron to bring Peyton Watson back to my basketball team.
Yeah.
He doesn't bring me enough to the table. I just don't.
You don't want to see it develop?
Hold on. Why do you guys talk about his offense? He's not like a dedicated offensive player. He's more of a dedicated defensive player. And he's one of the best in the NBA, on-ball defender and at the rim.
And this year they're asking him to be a ball handler.
Yeah.
Which is a mistake on their part. It's not something that he can do.
It could be. It could be. But here's what I can't reconcile. How can you be – did you guys call Peyton Watson a dime a dozen?
No. I don't believe so.
So someone,
I might have.
Someone said Josh called him a dime a dozen. So,
I still feel that way too.
So I think it's a big time miscalculation. He is one of the best on-ball defenders that the NBA has to offer. He just is. The numbers bear out when he's the primary closest defender at the rim. He is among the elite. I'm talking not Wemby caliber, but Giannis. Literally, the numbers bear out when he is the listen to me.
Okay.
When he's the primary defender at the rim, it's one of the lowest field goal percentages in the NBA. And I'm talking about for his career. I wouldn't look at numbers for his season because the season's so young. I would look at his career numbers. But so I just think it's a mistake, but that's your opinion. It's your show. And what makes us different, makes it all work. But what I find it hard to reconcile is how you can be not, I'm not going to say not high, but down on Peyton Watson and call him a dime a dozen, but be high on Julian Strother simultaneously. That just doesn't compute to me.
Because Strother's an offensive weapon.
But he's not, though, Cecil.
He can be.
He's not, though.
His ceiling is Peyton Watson? The ceiling is there. And I will say this. Let me ask you this about Peyton. Would you go into luxury tax for Dylan Brooks?
No.
They're the same guy, dude.
Here, so check this out. This is where it's flawed. What do you think Julian Strother does better than Peyton Watson?
Scores.
Shoot the three.
Wrong on both accounts. He is in your head. He is in your head because that's what he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But he's not. So give me the number one attribute of Julian Strother's game. What'd you think?
Shooting a three.
Shooting three. Peyton Watson has a better average from three than Julian Strother does.
How many more minutes is he playing?
Hold on, check this out. Take that out. Take out the raw numbers. Just look at the percentages. They've both taken hundreds of three-pointers. I'm talking hundreds. They're not first-year players. One's in year 3, one's in year 4. So the sample size, we have hundreds of shots. The thing that Julian Strother, you're telling me that he's better at, he's not. Okay? He's supposed to be, but he's not. Julian Strother actually averages a less percentage from three, so we're taking out the minutes, less percentage from three than Peyton Watson. The shooting efficiency, the scoring efficiency is actually all less than Peyton Watson. Here's where it becomes really problematic. That's Peyton Watson's weakness. That's supposed to be Julian Strother's strength. Mm-hmm. Now flip it. Talk about Julian Strother defensively.
Oh, he doesn't play defense.
The turnstile.
Not only does he not play defense and he is a turnstile, the analytics say that last season, Julian Strother was the single worst defender to play in the NBA last year.
He's a liability.
So you have Peyton Watson, whose weakness is his offense, but his offense by every metric, Julian Strother doesn't do one thing better than Peyton Watson. Not assist, not shot efficiency, field goal percentage, three-point percentage. It's all behind Watson, but that's his weakness. And then when you talk about the defense, Peyton Watson's strength is one of the best in the NBA, but Julian Strother's weakness is literally the literal worst in the NBA.
And see, your numbers are good for your argument of Peyton Watson. But I don't live in the analytical world 100 times. And I don't think you do either.
No.
I don't think you do
Any
either.
type of number, raw number, analytics, any of that.
And I believe that with Julian Strother getting the kind of run that Peyton Watson would get, we'd see him develop into a better player than Peyton Watson.
Here's the problem.
And like I said, I am not, and I think you guys are both wrong if you think good basketball business is to let Peyton Watson re-up you and put you into an apron.
No, I didn't say
That's
that, though.
crazy.
I never mentioned that. I never mentioned that.
Well, that's my point.
Because
my point is about Peyton's production not being enough to get into the second apron. I'm not having an argument about Julian or Peyton. I'm arguing about Peyton on the roster costing you money down the road.
So we're having two different conversations then, because you guys are high on Strother but down on Peyton. That's what I'm talking about. You're presenting this different argument about the luxury tax. I ultimately agree with you.
To paint the picture correctly, I'd say I am high on Strother more than him, and we both have questions about Watson offensively, and I think that's fair.
And you should have questions.
I think that's fair.
That's
completely fair.
It is, but that's his weakness.
Yeah.
His strength is strong
his
enough.
Defense.
His strength
rim
is
protector.
His strength is strong enough where you can have him on the floor and even start a game.
Yeah.
Julian's strength is worse than Watson's weakness. So I just don't think that those things can live in the same universe. And just forget the numbers, just watching him. He is so bad defensively that you can talk to me about Peyton Watson not hitting shots. Julian Strother's not hitting the scorer's table. Because when he's out there, he's a losing player.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in this separate wing of the conversation, would I have gone into the second apron for Peyton Watson? No. Would I have made the same decision that the Nuggets did, choosing Christian Brown over Peyton Watson? I would. But I think that one guy this year can help the team potentially win a championship. I do not think the other guy will play a lick in the playoffs.
And see, I would use all of this momentum riding for Peyton Watson, and nothing will happen now because it's November, whatever day. But I hope he continues to play well. So his value is up, and you trade him, and you get something for him before he walks because you can't afford him anymore.
You could, but then it becomes I heard Jake say this on the way in. It's such a championship window, and you're not going to get some incredible haul in return. So
you think Peyton Watson's the missing piece of a championship?
No. I think he can help you win a championship. Yeah. I mean, he's their best defensive player that they have. He is now better on the ball than Aaron Gordon is.
I don't know about that.
Dude, check this out. You watch the games, right? Mm-hmm. I think you watch the games. In the last 10 days, he has completely erased an NBA All-Star from a game in Pascal Siakam. Yeah. I'm talking about like PS2 style eraser. And then the next weekend had a top 10 player trying to find his game in Anthony Edwards. So he has a value to this team, and we talked about this a while ago. He represents a level of athleticism that is missing on this team without him. And you look at some of these young teams like Oklahoma City that have this level of athleticism that is missing in Denver.
Yeah.
So I think that, I'm not saying he's some missing piece, but I'm saying like Peyton Watson will play minutes in the playoffs of a team that has championship aspirations. And I don't think the haul that you would get in return from him at the deadline would be worth not having that piece for a potential playoff run.
And then you let him walk. If you win a championship, who cares, right? Who cares?
Right.
But you let him walk, and I give you all the pushback. He's not a better defender than Aaron Gordon, dude.
I'm talking about on the ball right now. On the ball.
I don't agree with that.
That's okay. That's okay. I think it'd be a night-to-night coin flip because Peyton Watson right now is drawing the assignments that Aaron Gordon did 2 years ago.
Peyton Watson's more athletic and can defend a stretch a little bit more, but he's still a scrawny, little lengthy dude. I'm not saying he's weak, but he's not as strong as Aaron Gordon.
No, definitely.
If I'm a other team, I'm going, oh, Peyton's on my big dude. I'm going to eat his damn lunch every day on the block. You can't do that against AG.
Yeah, and there'll be remedies for that as well.
Then you just go with big value. There's all these things, right? Sure.
But like there is, he's got real value right now. Peyton Watson to this group, and there's a reason he's starting, and he is paying off the decision here in the last 2 weeks. I mean, he's playing really good basketball.
$100 million man.
We can't. Whoa.
Hey, if the defense, is that what you said?
I got to get y'all to be my agent or something.
I said that 2 years ago.
$100 million.
I said that 2 years ago. Do you remember when you were working with Stokely?
Yeah.
And they had a game the night before against Phoenix. And I watched what he did defensively to Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal. And I said, that guy has the making of a potential $100 million player because of his defense. Do I think he's that now? No, I don't. But I heard Mike say that this morning, actually. I heard Mike Evans say that this morning.
I'll root for him to get $100 million. You're not on my team.
You're not rooting for him to get $100 million.
Not on the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah,
not on the Denver Nuggets.
No, and they're not going to give it to him. They're not because he's not worth going into the second apron. So we can finish with
we'll also agree
there.
upon his value. Keep that value up. Trade him. Let's do it.
I'm not going with that one.
No, not a championship window. All right. As the Broncos have been a massive NFL story and a Super Bowl feels realistic, let's not forget what's making this all possible. And I'm not talking about the defense. That's next.
The Fan Flyaway is back. Presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel, tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. First, head to thefanflyaway.com to register. Then tune in every hour to see if your name is called. If you hear your name, you have 10 minutes to call us back and be entered into the grand prize drawing. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you listening right now who are thinking about popping that question. And you know you need a diamond. So I'm going to save you some time and money right now by telling you this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers, for that perfect diamond engagement ring. The ultimate holiday gift, or just because that special somebody really deserves it. This holiday, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, treating you just like family, and I promise you their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, and the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secret to the business with you, they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to make moments and memories for the ones you love? So go see Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you when you step through one of those doors.
Colorado doesn't blink at snow, ice, or steep mountain passes. And neither does the 2025 Tacoma. It's Toyotathon at Groove Toyota. Get 1.99% APR for up to 60 months on a new Tacoma. A standout rate on a truck built to handle Colorado's toughest conditions. From winter mornings to weekend trails, Tacoma brings the power, control, and confidence Colorado drivers count on. Lock in your rate now at Groove Toyota before the clock runs out. Groove Toyota. Start here. Go anywhere. Offer expires 12/1. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Spine One. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain. Well, my guys at Spine One, they're an emergency room for back pain with same-day appointments. They'll see you and they'll get the journey started. And that's exactly what I did. Whether it's chronic pain, acute pain, work-related, sports-related, doesn't matter. All you got to do is pick up the phone and start your journey just like I did toward pain-free. 303-367-2225. That's 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at spineone.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair. DenverSports.com.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. On a Thursday, November 20th. What are you laughing at over there?
Oh, man, you were ready. You were ready for some blood today. You're like, I'm ready.
Well, I was ready on Monday.
Yeah, you were.
I was ready. I didn't need a 32-point game. Yeah, no, I just wanted to have that conversation because I think that they're way off on their evaluation of Payton Watson. I'm not here to say he's like some great player.
No, but he is 23 years old.
He's 23, and he's one of the best defensive players in the NBA right now. Like, you know, and those guys are worried about his offense. Guess what I'm not worried about with the Denver Nuggets? The offense.
Yeah, there you go. You got 4 other guys out there that can shoot the 3-ball or whatever you want from them. You got people off the bench like Tim Hardaway Jr. that can shoot the 3-ball. Like, we don't need offense. We need some defense.
No, correct. So he is a really awesome compliment for who this team is right here in this moment. And, could they ultimately trade Payton Watson? They could and try to, get another asset, get a ball hand, something like that. But I think I'd be surprised at this point if they did. I mean, he represents something different that the Denver Nuggets don't have. So, seeing on the RamosLaw.com text line, well, Zach just bodied the midday show. Not trying, just debating.
2 headlocks. I just sat there like, oh, go get him, Zach. 2 headlocks right there.
And saying like, would you go in the apron for Dylan Brooks? Like, we know that Dylan Brooks is averaging over 20 points a game right now. He's a really good NBA player. It's the Strother thing that's a separate conversation. I don't think you can be high on Strother and down on Payton, but I don't think anyone should be down on Payton Watson. He's been great this year. Great.
He's getting better.
Yes.
And I know we're going to talk about him, but hell, let's just go into a little bit of detail with him. The one thing I am surprised about is how well he has improved in his offensive game so far.
Yeah.
But it doesn't shock me. Zach, who did he hang out with for majority of the summer, for the majority of the offseason?
Aaron Gordon. And he stayed in Denver and worked on his craft all summer long. One of very few Denver Nuggets who did that.
Okay, so if you're working on your craft every single day, if you're surrounding yourself with good people, good players, actually a guy in Aaron Gordon who has improved at the 3-point line at an insane rate, and Payton Watson goes out there and he starts to shoot like he did last night. It's not a shocker to me. It's like, okay, he put in the work.
Yep.
Now, I'm not sitting here saying he's going to be consistent
at
the 3-point line or a consistent shooter.
No.
But he's adding that to his game, and he's getting better with that, and that's all you can ask that young man to do.
Yep. And my thing is, can this guy get to a point by the time he's such a baby. He's 23 years old. He can't rent a car yet in the United States, okay? So by the time he's 25, can he take his game from 8 points a night to 12 points a night and keep the same defense? I'm telling you, defensively, the court is cut in half, guys. The court is cut in half. It's not 3/4. It doesn't count more on the other end when you're that good defensively on that end. So, and we talked about this on Monday night at the Bulls game when we were in the building. He's making blocks on Monday night that only one guy in the gym can make.
Him.
Only one guy, and it's Payton Watson. So, and he's playing smart too. But here's the thing why I'm not shocked, because in yesterday's show, we previewed Nuggets Pelicans.
Yeah.
And I asked you, what's the number one thing you're looking for tonight? And you turned around and you asked me what the number one thing I was looking for last night. And what was my answer? Payton Watson.
Payton Watson. You have said, of course, Cam Johnson, but tonight it's all about Payton Watson.
Yes, and what does he look like on a consistent basis playing with the best player in the world? What do you look like playing next to Jokic? And when you provide that level of defense and you're competent offensively, and then you get to play next to Jokic, you're going to catch lightning in a bottle like he did last night. And I'll say this about Watson last night. He scored from all 3 levels of the floor.
Yes.
He hit threes, obviously. That's the big story. But he finished at the rim repeatedly, which has been a bit of an issue of his this year. That's kind of inexplicable. I don't really know what to point to for that. But he was making jumpers as well. So for a 23-year-old,
play good defense.
Really encouraged. Great defense.
Brought down 12 rebounds. What more did you want the young man to do? He did everything. He led the team with 32 points.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. But here's the thing, and that's why I said to those guys, by the way, who I love, we're talking about basketball here, but I said throw out last night. I don't want to talk about last night. I was ready to talk about this on Monday. I'm not trying to jump anyone because he scored 32. It's look at what he's been doing lately. Taking Anthony Edwards out of a game as a top 10 player and having him struggle. His points were garbage points. And by the way, he scored 12 in that game offensively. It was very recently he was pulling down double-digit rebounds against the Miami Heat, taking Pascal Siakam out of the basketball game last Saturday, giving Ant-Man fits this past Saturday. So he's
doing some great stuff,
man. And again, I feel like I'm in defense of him, so I'm almost making it building him up to something he's not. I don't want to do that. He's just been really good this year. He's been really good, and we should our tone when talking about Payton Watson should be reflective of the level of play, and certainly not dime a dozen, because his strength, it's the opposite of that.
I think that's what kind of triggered you was when Josh did say the dime a dozen. It's no, there's context to this in a good way for Payton Watson and what he's doing and what he can bring to the table. And by the way, he's the most athletic player that we do have on the roster.
Correct.
And there's something that we lack.
Correct.
All around is a question that you brought up multiple times. Is this team athletic enough to hang with the Thunder in a 7-game series?
Yep.
Well, we're fixing to find out, but also you got to be able to play good defense. Well, Payton Watson plays really good defense, and now he has to stay consistent, but he's off to a great start.
And here's just something else to keep an eye on. Aaron Gordon has not been good defensively this year. Full stop.
Yeah.
He just hasn't. So let's keep our eye on that dynamic, because if this team is going to win a championship, AG is going to have to be better than he's been here through the first month and a half of the season, or whatever it's been. All right, little detour, all good.
All right.
Organic detour, all good. Let's get back to this. I teased into it, did not pay it off. I apologize. As the Broncos have been a massive NFL story and a Super Bowl feels realistic, let's not forget what has made it all possible. And I'm not talking about the defense. Details next.
Is R.J. Harvey ready to take over the Broncos backfield?
R.J. Harvey ain't ready. He's not ready. Too much pitter-patter.
I think R.J. Harvey has already established himself in what he is, at least for this year. And that is a guy that's really good out of the backfield catching the ball.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here on behalf of my friends at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there about erectile dysfunction. Now, I know you hear that phrase, and maybe it can make you squirm in your seat, but I'm telling you, what's more uncomfortable than hearing the phrase ED is actually living with it, all right? And here's the good news. ED is a medical condition, guys, and like most other medical conditions, it's treatable. And I'm talking about treatments with success rates well over 90%. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, so they're not new, and they've successfully treated tens of thousands of men just like you. So I hate to tell you, you're not that special. ED is actually pretty common. So schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today. That initial visit is only $99. That includes a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in the office, guys, your visit's free. There's no downside. They have expert staff and 5 locations in Colorado to serve you. So stop living with ED. Call Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic at 720-440-7900 or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame game at Ball Arena is Thanksgiving Saturday, and we have a deal for you as loyal listeners. Family 4-packs are now under $150 in the lower bowl while they last.
Puck on the side of the cage. Seawolves pressuring. Shot at another save by Quentin Miller.
Go to DenverPioneers.com and use code RADIO. Cheer on your 10-time national champs, your Denver Pioneers, at Ball Arena Thanksgiving Saturday.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303 low rate or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Do you owe more on your car than it's worth? Don't miss the payoff reduction event at O'Meara Ford. Here's how it works. If your payoff's $17,000 at O'Meara Ford, it becomes $6,000. If your payoff's $14,000 at O'Meara, it becomes $3,000. If your payoff's $11,000 at O'Meara, it becomes $0. Or save thousands with 0% financing 72 months. Let O'Meara Ford reduce your payoff up to $11,000. Stock SUA 05503. Must qualify for all rebates.
This holiday season, give the ultimate gift, a College Invest savings account. Do it by December 31st to qualify for a Colorado tax deduction. collegeinvest.org.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tomorrow night on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Arizona State. On 104.3 HD2, DU Basketball faces CSU. And on the Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU Basketball faces DU with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Go ahead and give us a ring if you hear your name called in the Fan Flyway.
I like it.
Yeah. Marion Maslick. Eminem. You got 10 minutes. Call us back, 303-713-1043, to be entered into our drawing for the grand prize. 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale. Round trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Phoenix. 2 nights hotel stay, and a $500 Visa gift card. Marion Maslick. Call us back, 303-713-1043. If you haven't already entered, you can still sign up at thefanflyway.com. Make sure to listen weekdays every hour between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. to hear if your name is called. All right. How you doing, Phil? Sorry, wait till the third segment. We just got caught up.
You were just bodying some people up. I mean, you had your mouth guard in. I took a step back. I did mine yesterday with you.
Yes. Me and you going at it yesterday. I had a couple people reach out, actually, about me and you going back and forth about Dion and CU.
Oh,
more than one, more than two, more than three, yes.
That's what we do.
Yes.
This is how we do. It's a love-hate relationship.
Well,
I love it.
And I have to apologize. I had several people reach out. The quality of the audio on the podcast yesterday, something happened. There was some sort of technical difficulty.
Okay.
So sorry about that. But all good. It'll be better today. But heard a bunch of feedback about us going at it like cats and dogs over Dion and CU. Good. It was good conversations though.
It's always good conversations when I'm doing it with my boy Zach. I'm good, man. You doing all right?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. I'm excited about the plan we have here today. And, man, the weather's getting cold.
Yeah.
Things are turning. Things are changing. Leaves are mostly off the tree. We may be getting are we getting snow this weekend? Could we get a little weather?
Weatherman Drew, what's going on?
Little something happening this weekend, I think.
I think maybe a little bit of flake action, like this part of town, the south side of town is going to get a little snow.
Okay.
But I wouldn't count on anything sticking.
All right.
There's your weather report.
But it's that time of year. Thank you, meteorologist Drew. As the Broncos have been a massive NFL story and a Super Bowl feels realistic, I don't want to forget what's made it all possible. And I think we've done a great job as a show emphasizing this from time to time, but it's been a bit, all right? And here at the bye week, I just wanted to take a second and give appreciation to the backbone of what is making this happen. And that is this Broncos ownership group.
Somebody out there may have thought you said the defense, but you're going way up where it all starts.
Yes.
Where it all starts with the ownership group. And you know what, Zach? I'm glad we get to talk about them today because truly, none of this is possible if it wasn't for Greg Penner and the ownership group and what they have done and what they're doing on a daily basis to make sure that this team is up and running, that this fan base is happy, and all because of them. Where he's sitting here 9-2. Able to talk about maybe getting to a Super Bowl if things go right.
Yeah. And I made a video for Instagram and TikTok. Go follow me at Buysline. And it was about the Broncos crowd and how the Broncos crowd legitimately helped Denver win on Sunday against Kansas City. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But go click on the comments too. There are so many comments from people who were there. About half the comments are for people who were there. I lost my voice. All this stuff. But they said, I saw one that said, man, I've been a season ticket holder for 17 years. And that was the loudest I had heard it over that time.
Oh, so Tony Romo's not lying. He's telling the truth.
And there was several comments like that. And if not quite to that degree, that's among the loudest I've heard this since this play. That's the loudest I've heard it since Super Bowl 50. And so it's been this conversation, and I think that I know it does not happen without this ownership group saying, you want to know what? We'll pay Sean Payton $18 million a year. I do not believe the former regime under this trust was paying a coach $18 million a year.
No.
At all, okay?
No,
I know that the former regime being run by a trust would not have said, all right, we'll swallow the $85 million in dead cap to say goodbye to Russ just to get him out of here. We'll pay Nathaniel Hackett before 1 year was over. We'll pay him to not be around. This ownership group changing the grass yet again here.
See, that's where the players, they have to love this ownership group because I know when I was playing, it would get to this time and a little bit deeper into the season, and you're playing on dirt.
Yep.
You're playing on dirt, not with this ownership group. It's fresh grass, which now keeps you healthier when you're on fresh grass, when you're not hitting that hard ground, when you're not trying to cut on dirt and slip, and now you tear your knee because of it.
Correct. And that's a story right now this week in the NFL. Matt LaFleur came out and blasted MetLife Stadium for their turf, and where like 12 ACLs have happened in like the last 3 years. It's just not a problem in Denver. They replaced it after the summer concert series, paid about $400,000 to replace that sod. They're doing it again. So they've done it twice a year, every year since buying the team. Like, it's a little thing, but it's a big thing. You start adding all this up, the $175 million training facility that they're going to go into, what they've poured into, they have to hire Bo Lowry away from another job.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's making, but it's got to be some of the most in the NFL to get him to move him and his family to Colorado. Like, it's that. It's like, so you have a salary cap, but even then you can play with it because you're so liquid. But then you can win on the edges of these organizations, your strength and conditioning, your facility,
the nutrition,
the nutrition, all this stuff, replacing the grass. Who knows? And we'll never know what ACL didn't blow because they replaced the sod. So I just, here today, as we're not far from Thanksgiving, it'll be 1 week from today, I am thankful as much as anything in Denver sports this side of Nikola Jokic and Nathan McKinnon for this Broncos ownership group. Truly.
Oh, they're truly our first class. Truly our first class. And the one thing that I appreciate that this ownership group does, Zach, is they always ask the fans, what do they like? When they're doing this stadium and they're going to build this stadium up and it's going to be crazy, they have asked and had polls out there for the fans to pick what they want to have done and where the location should be.
Yep, it's true.
So the ownership group is doing it the right way, the only way, first class way, and they're 9-2. It's not a shock that they're 9-2. They're doing things how it should be done if you want to be successful in this league.
Yep. Think about it. They changed a jet that they fly in, right? They're
double-decker.
They've totally changed it. It's the top-of-the-line double-decker that Dolphins and just a few other teams have. They're building a stadium. They're keeping it in Denver. The stadium is going to cost north of $4 billion, okay? And here's what they said. Hey, before we figure that out and get that built, here's another $100 million in renovations. Here's a screen. Here's a big screen that's 77% bigger than the one that had it before. And then on top of that, hey, every kid in Colorado here is going to get a state-of-the-art smart helmet made by Riddell for free in the largest philanthropic effort in the history of the Broncos. I'm telling you, it is impossible to make a better impression and ingratiate yourself more and saturate yourself more into this community than this ownership group has. And maybe more impressive than all that, because they have more money than, I hate that old phrase, they have more money than God, but they have more money than anyone else, in the NFL.
Yeah.
The thing that impresses me the most is just how present they are on top of all of that.
Yes, they're at practice every single day. They were at camp every single day. They're at every single game. What more do you want them to do?
It's not normal. This is extraordinary. It's not ordinary. It's extraordinary.
There you go.
So is it extraordinary or extraordinary? I don't know. Data, one of those. But thankful, man. Thankful. It's a huge deal. Let's not take it for granted. Okay, the Colorado Avalanche have 2 streaks going at the same time, and they're both on the line tonight. That's next.
Is Vance Joseph coaching his way toward a much bigger opportunity after this season?
You have the league's best defense. You're going to end up flirting with the all-time NFL sack record, and you're doing it without the Defensive Player of the Year and your leading tackler, who are 2 different people.
Yeah.
Phil, he's got 6 more regular season games left in Denver.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Receive $1,000 off every 10 windows you purchase and receive a $100 grocery gift card to contribute to your Thanksgiving festivities. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Top users make between $200 to $300 per month.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code REFUND25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code REFUND25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code REFUND25.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, the Colorado Avalanche have a streak going, not one, but two, actually, on the line tonight. Man, what is with this break? It feels like a bye week for the Avs here.
It's weird, man.
They hadn't played since Sunday night in that 4-1 W over the New York Islanders. They've been off since then. Strange to have a break this long, like 3 consecutive days off.
And they don't need the break right now. Like, if I asked Jared Bednar and some of those players like Nate Dogg, they would want to just keep going. It's too early in the season to be having 3 days off when you're on a streak.
Yeah,
when you're hot right
and it's basically like, because they're going to play on a Thursday evening, so that's like 4 full days before you're actually back on the ice in a game. But that's the case tonight as the Blue Shirts in town, New York Rangers. And then, by the way, after this long stretch, they'll have a back-to-back over the weekend on the road in Nashville and then in Chicago. So that should be fun, both in the early evening window, 6 and 5 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, man, Avs have won 6 consecutive games. All right, so they have a legitimate win streak going, and they also have a separate streak that says they've yet to lose in regulation at home, 7-0-2 playing in Denver.
Man, the things that they are doing right now is insane, and they're making it look easy. I know it's not easy, but when you have the depth, when you do have the talent with Nate Dogg and Kale, and that starting line, the first line is doing their part with Netches, and then you can go to the fourth line and know that you're going to get some work from them. It's just fun to watch. And on top of that, Zach, goaltending.
Yep.
We know Wedgie's between the pipes tonight. Can he continue to do the things he's been doing? Can he continue to see the puck well, make a couple big saves? I believe he is, and I believe he can because he just has that confidence oozing out of him right now.
If we needed another piece of evidence, I don't think we did, but if we needed another piece of evidence that Scott Wedgwood is the number 1 goaltender on this team right now, despite Mackenzie Blackwood and the contract.
Yeah.
What did Blackwood sign? It's like 5 for 25,
it's like 26,
something like that. Yeah, 5 for 26, something like that. And Wedgie's on like a 1 for 1, and they obviously got him extended last week. But
extended my man.
But I mean, Scott Wedgwood has become one of the best bargains in the NHL. And here the team is off for 4 full days before they play. So you can go with anyone tonight. And they're going with Wedgie.
I mean, Wedgie's 11-1-2. Like, what he's doing right now, his record in between the pipes is insane. And that's why you extend somebody like that. And that's why Chris McFarland has done a great job of making sure that he solidifies some of his best players and make sure that they're here. And that's why we're going to win a cup this year, because we have the talent, we have the depth. Now, of course, we need to be more consistent in the power play, which I think tonight we're going to see some fireworks when it comes to the power play. The stars have to go out there and they have to shine. They have to shine the brightest. And it starts with the power play. We know the penalty kill has been really good for the Avs. That needs to sustain. But this is going to be a fun, physical game. 2 really good goalies, an all-star on the other side with the Rangers.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. You got the bread man there and a team that in New York that I'm sure it's happened before. I'm sure I've seen it. I just can't recall a team like the Rangers that is so bad at home and so damn good away from Madison Square Garden. It should not make sense at all. Let me give you some texture to it. The Rangers playing in New York have 1 win in regulation. They're 1-7-1 at home. Okay? 1-7-1. On the road, they're 9-2-1. So it should make sense. Madison Square Garden
doesn't make sense.
They have a awesome fan base. I mean, awesome. There are few better atmospheres than the Rangers playing in the playoffs in Madison Square Garden. And obviously, we're not talking about playoffs here, but just in general, it's a really good fan base. This doesn't add up to me, but they're not playing in Madison Square Garden. They're playing in Ball Arena, where the team is 9-2-1. That is a really, really strange contrast.
It really is. It kind of makes you think, okay, what are you guys doing at home? Maybe the wives are nagging at them so much that when they're at home on their home ice, they can't focus. So when they get on that road, they're like, we can sit back, relax. It's like a vacation, and then they can play their game, I guess. But, man, they're the reason why people say there's no such thing as home ice advantage.
Right,
like teams like this. And I'm trying to be on the other side of it, Zach, where it's like there is home ice advantage, because why wouldn't you want to play in front of your home crowd who's going to go crazy for you, go nuts when you score a goal, or chant the goalie's name when he's having a great game? Like, you want to hear that. It's just interesting, man.
It is. I'm not used to seeing something like that, and that level of contrast is really unique. Rangers 8-0-1 in games where they score at least 3 goals, so that'll be a key number to watch tonight. Can they be limited to 2 goals or less? The numbers say the Rangers struggle to score. The numbers also say that the Avs are an elite scoring team. Colorado, NHL best, 78 goals. Rangers have scored 52 total goals to the Avs 78. So that's the number 1 scoring team against the 28th scoring team in the NHL. So take care of business tonight. I want to see the power play. What makes you say that you think the power play is going to explode? Just a gut feeling, or
well, I just think when it comes to the Rangers, they're not the greatest defensive team. I think that you have a team that the Avs that are coming off of a break, so they've had a little bit more time to work on their power play. You do have people like Nate Dogg, and you have Netches that at some point it's going to click consistently. We've seen it before. Like I just got done saying, they're on this break. You're at home. This is the time to do it. Now, you could either have a fast start, which the Avs have tended to do a couple times where they were able to get on the score sheet early, you have a goal early.
Yeah.
Or it could be a slow start because you had so much time off. But with the power play being the only thing, the only issue where it could hold this team back, I think that they're going to try their hardest to kind of get it going as fast as possible when they have those opportunities. Like, that's why. And it's just
I love it. No, it's a great explanation. And they're going to have to do it against Igor Shesterkin, who's among the best in the world. So looking forward to it tonight, no doubt about it. Okay, Vance Joseph sat down and gave a very candid interview about the dynamics between the offense and the defense coming back to Denver after being fired, and one regret he had as head coach. Really interesting stuff from Vance that we'll tap into next.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is on a mission to feed families this holiday season, and we need your help. As part of our Fill the Truck campaign, we'll be collecting canned goods and non-perishable food items to benefit the Food Bank of the Rockies November 19th, 20th, and 21st. So stop by the Walmart Supercenter in Highlands Ranch near C470 in Quebec from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and help us fill the truck for those in need. Head to denversports.com/truck for more info. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Brandon Stokely here for Colorado's hometown HVAC team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Is your heating system struggling to perform and need to be traded? It has never been easier to get a quote for a new heating system. Rocks Heating and Air offers a free online heating and cooling quoting system so that you can quickly and accurately get pricing on a new system. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Linley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Linley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri coming this October.
You don't look like police.
I'll take that as a compliment.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I
do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Are you ready to rock? Paramount Theater presents Hairball, the bombastic celebration of arena rock on January 16th at Paramount Theater. Tickets are on sale now at ParamountDenver.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tomorrow night on 104.3 HD3, DU hockey skates with Arizona State. On 104.3 HD2, DU basketball faces CSU. And on the Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU basketball faces DU with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Hanging out with you on a Thursday, rolling downhill into the weekend. And really interesting sit-down interview with Vance Joseph, Phil.
That's when you know it's the bye. When you got players, and I'm waiting for a couple players to get on some podcasts. I'm sure that's coming. And then you got the coach. You have a coach that's sitting down, getting a little bit of TV time, a little podcasting time.
A coordinator at that.
Yes, not just a head coach. Not Sean Payton. He's kind of quiet. But VJ.
Sean Payton has been quiet, actually. I didn't quite think about that. Yeah.
You know, like you would think he would take, his baby victory lap, get on maybe Kay Adams, something like that.
Something. I haven't seen him pop up anywhere. I think that's really healthy. I think like you've said enough for the season in the preseason. Like
you laid it all out there. Now let's just let it.
Yeah.
Let it go.
No need to double down. You said what you said, and here we go. And here the Broncos are at 9-2, and so I think that's good. I hope Sean gets away from football a little bit.
Oh, you know that's not happening.
I don't know. It might for a day or two. A day or two.
Relax.
Yeah.
Pull something out. He likes.
Yeah. Sure. You've earned it.
Yeah, you have.
You're 9-2, dude. And I hope the same thing for Vance Joseph, because this football team is not 9-2, not close to 9-2, without Vance Joseph's defense. And you're seeing his name pop up in these articles at ESPN yesterday. Hey, who are the assistants to, candidates to Watts as head coach? And they're Vance Joseph's name right near the top. And he's earned that level of at least discussion. Whether he gets hired or not, I think he's going to get hired. But whether that happens or not, because I may end up being wrong about that.
Yeah.
But just the fact that his name is back in these cycles and he'll likely be doing interviews is great for him.
Well, I think a team would be naive not to do their homework with Vance Joseph. They're going to bring him in. He'll have the opportunity to interview. He's going to interview well. Coach VJ talks really well. He's going to have a plan. He always had a plan. He just couldn't put it into use because his hands were tied here in Denver. Let's just be real. But he's going to get the opportunity. Now, will they pick him? Who knows? And then the questions will become, well, if he doesn't get picked, does he stay with Denver?
Right.
Do they make him the highest paid defensive coordinator in NFL history? What does that look like?
Well, I'll say this. Is his contract up? Probably not. Probably not. He probably signed like a 4-year, I would imagine. I don't know that for sure. I'm speculating. So he was here with Sean his first year.
Yeah.
So this is year 3, right? To make him the highest paid defensive coordinator, I think he would have to have some real leverage.
Could you rip that if they really wanted to?
If they really wanted to, they absolutely could, but I just don't know why the team would do that if he's under contract and he doesn't have another offer. You know what I'm saying?
To reward him. To reward what he has done for the past 2 years.
Yeah, you could.
The past 2 years, the defense has been the backbone of this team. In saying, you know what? You should have had the opportunity to be a head coach. You didn't get the gig, but here you go. We're going to reward you because thank you for all that you have done for Broncos country, because it's the truth. You just got done saying it earlier. The reason why we are 9-2, make no mistake about it, is because of the damn defense right now. And VJ and what he has brought to the table is creativity in putting these players in good situations to thrive.
Well, Vance Joseph sat down with Peter Schrager in a really, really interesting interview. And Schrager's great at asking questions. He's just great at what he does. I like Peter Schrager a lot. And Vance sat down with him for an extended period of time. And we're going to play a couple of these clips that are a little bit longer than we would normally play, but I think it's worth it. All right. Here is Vance Joseph being asked a question that we have asked about, hey, what's the dynamic between this offense and defense? And because things have been, in totality, lopsided between these two different sides of the ball. And we're like, they're winning, so it's probably okay. But, man, what if they start losing? What's that dynamic look like? And this is what Vance Joseph said to Peter Schrager, and then the direction that he took it. Oh. Is this not plugged in? I think it's... Oh, got it. All right. Okay. We're going to get this figured out in a second. Our iPad is not plugged in the right way. But the fact that Vance is getting limelight right now, the fact that Peter Schrager is asking him to come on, and this is an ESPN broadcast, okay? So this eventually will pop up on the TV, even though it's a podcast, but there's a visual to it, so it will pop up. It just doesn't hurt Vance to be seen in this setting.
I like that.
Just communicating and talking, because I have to tell you, and you'll figure this out for yourself. Thank you, Dante. You'll figure this out as a listener for yourself. Like, Vance comes off really well, and doing stuff like this, doing media, does not hurt Phil.
Well, and that's why VJ is doing this. This is why Vance Joseph probably decided to go on and on the podcast, because it's some notoriety. It's just getting yourself out there. It's any way possible of getting your voice out there so that somebody can see, an owner can see that and say, okay, like, let's give this man a true shot to come in here and pitch why he'll have success in our organization.
Yeah. All right, let's try this again. Here is Vance being asked about the dynamics between the offense and the defense, and then where he chooses to take things.
This is my 19th season coaching in the league, man, and you rarely have teams that are so close-knit, and that's all three areas. That's teams, that's defense, and offense. This team, my guys love Bo Nix, right? So he can't do any wrong, right? So we trust Bo Nix. But the team environment, the locker room, on the sideline, no one ever panics, No one complains, no one panics, man. It's about just winning that football game, And we know on defense, if we just keep playing, he's going to make a play. We watch it every day in practice. I mean, this kid is special as a person, as a player. His talent's off the charts. So we trust he's going to make a play, So it's a close-knit team, and you rarely in this league have a bunch of guys who play for each other, and it goes back to, George Payton's and Coach Payton's vision for this team, right? It was all about getting the right kind of guys. It wasn't always talent first. Sean's big on vision. Is he a good fit for our locker room? Even the guys we added with Hufunga and Dre, it's perfect people. It's hardworking, team first, great people. So we turned this team strictly on acquiring the right people. Talent aside, it's the right guys. So it's a great locker room. It's a close-knit team, man. So, no one ever complains. We just play, and the results are the results. And it's falling our way, but it's not accident. It's purpose. We talk about how to finish games. Sean's big on vision. Everything we do in the program, from from players to every game plan, it's what's the vision for this game. It's what's the vision for this player. So it makes it easy, and it allows the coaches and George to kind of, always looking for the right fit. And right now, man, it's the right fit.
Wow. There is a lot there.
Yeah.
Okay. But my biggest takeaway, well, I guess there's a couple of them. I guess we can start where the actual sequence in which it fell. He starts off, but he's being asked about the dynamic. He's like, this is a tight-knit team, and my guys on defense, they love Bo Nix. And Bo Nix can do no wrong. And that is a really interesting way to phrase it.
They're believing in him.
No doubt. And that is a really, really healthy thing to hear.
Yeah, when you're able to have a quarterback that you can rely and believe on when you're a defense, saying, hey, no matter what happens, we know that you're going to come up big for us, which Bo Nix has done multiple times in the fourth quarter. You're going to play for that guy. You know, as a defense, like, hey, it's not working out. It's not working right now for the offense, but we just got to continue to give them opportunities because it will fall. And it has for the most part. The Philly game, the Giants game, the even for the Chiefs, it's like giving Bo Nix that last drive. Like, just give him a chance, and they have, and Bo Nix has answered the bell and did his part. And so that helps a defense continue to believe in what's going on over there, even when the offense is struggling, saying, all we need to give this young man is a chance. And so when you do that, and you have that belief, it goes a long way. And it shows this defense is sticking together. They love each other. They are playing for each other. But also the reason for that, Zach, is everybody has been paid. Everybody, the core players, have been taken care of. So there's not a lot of me ball. And the guy that we thought maybe was going to be not necessarily a cancer, I don't want to say that, but he's going to maybe
a little squeaky.
Want to do his own thing was John Franklin Myers.
Yeah.
And even him, he's buying in because he knows if we win, I will get paid somewhere else. And also, he's already been paid before. So he's taken care of. So this unit is playing together because there's no me. There's no me guys. All of them have their money. They want that Super Bowl now.
And the other guy that wasn't paid, that got talked about a lot less, Jaquan McMillan, happens to be playing his best football of his career. So this group, we talked in the summer about how there was a seriousness to this group. And Bo Nix said, hey, we don't have any clowns. And you fast forward to Vance saying what he just said, in that he said, I've been coaching in the NFL for 19 years. This is among the closest teams that I've ever seen. And I have believed through the years, and I brought this up on and off, but most recently last year talking about the Denver Nuggets and what they were missing. I have said through the years that there's a couple things about championship teams that I think that they have. One, I think that they're player-led.
Yeah.
All right, they're player-led groups. Yeah, you need the coach, but it's got it's got to be you have to be intrinsically motivated, and I think these guys are. But also, championship teams have a different level of human connective tissue. And does that manifest itself like the Super Bowl 50 team where Brandon Marshall has said, dude, we're going out Thursday night. We're getting after it. We're partying all night. Like, now someone could say, well, man, that's not necessarily healthy for performing on Sunday. But here's the thing. You're building bonds.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
You're creating memories. And when you care about the people who are around you, you have a tendency to stick together, and that's culture. And so it feels like this team, from a cultural standpoint, from a human connectivity standpoint, from a player-led standpoint, they're checking those championship boxes.
And I said this before, Zach, like, when you know the guy next to you, you know who they are, how they tick, you know their family, their wife, their kids, what they're playing for, it makes you play harder for that guy. Because now there's more it's more to it than just yourself. You're doing it for this guy to get paid so that you guys both can have success. And when that happens and you start to care for each other, like you just got done saying with the Nuggets, with the Avalanche, you end up winning a championship because of it. That's what the Denver Broncos look like they're doing right now. Now, things have to go right for them. They have to stay healthy. They have to make the plays. Players make plays. Players win games for you. So the offense is going to have to come up big. Special teams is going to have to come up big. But they have the culture down. You know, some coaches out there don't believe in culture, I guess. But culture is something that you have to stand on. You have to stand for something. And the Denver Broncos stand for something right now.
They do.
And it's working for them. They're 9-2. Shocker.
Yeah. And you just said something in passing there. You said, some coaches don't necessarily believe in culture to that degree. I think of Deion.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have never, ever heard a coach bring up culture to dismiss it or shoot down a question about culture. I've never heard it. I've heard it one time, and it was Deion who said, culture, explain to me what culture is. I don't get that. I believe in talent. Man.
It can get you, talent can only get you so far.
Never heard anything like that before.
Yeah, you got to believe in each other. Like, that's why we were so good in 2016 with the Buffs. You could look to the left and right of you, give each other a hug, say you loved them because you really did know about them.
Yeah.
You knew what was going on with them, what their demons were all about. And so you could help them out throughout that journey.
Sure.
Which then you help each other out, and you look up and you win a lot of games because of it.
Yeah.
The recipe's right there. The recipe for success is within your team and how they play, and it's player-led. That's it.
All right, this next clip from Vance Joseph is fascinating, okay? It's Vance being asked about returning to Denver. And Schrager, in his setup, uses the word, and we're not going to play the question, so I want to make sure you have the full context of it. He uses the word humility. And I have used my little silly phrase with Vance Joseph more than anyone that I've ever used it with. With Vance Joseph being able to swallow the jagged pill of humility and return to a place that fired him, the organization fired him, and the fans were also running him out of town as well. They were, and I was here for it.
Yeah.
Okay? And for him to return, what a story. This is Vance Joseph talking about him banging a Yui and making his way back to Colorado.
No, it was never a problem for me. Obviously Sean's been a head coach for a long time, a very successful head coach. Denver to me was it's a home. It's home for me, right? I played ball in Boulder. I lived there after I graduated college. I was a head coach here for 2 seasons, so it was home for me. So I didn't leave Denver so bitter, where I couldn't come back. My 2 years in Denver as a head coach, I thought it was tough times, but it was the best I can do at the moment, and it wasn't bad football, right? It was just not enough time to get it fixed. So I didn't see it as failure for me. It was my first opportunity. It didn't go right. I look in the mirror, and I fix me, and I come back, and let's do it. Let's do it better. So when Sean called me, I wasn't opposed to it. I was very excited about it. Because Denver is a great place, and getting here, man, the ownership is the best. It's the best. Meeting George. George is the best. And Sean, his way of painting pictures, right? Sean very well. He can paint a picture, man. And his vision for me, his vision for the defense, his vision for this team, I was sold. And that's Sean's greatest strength, man. He can paint a picture, and he gives you a vision of what he wants it to look like, so it's easy to follow. So I had great confidence in Sean. I love George. I love the ownership, and I love this city. And I told my wife yesterday, I said, to be 9-2 in Denver, after our head coaching stint here, man, I'm so happy for the city. I have buddies here, who I went to school with, who are huge Broncos fans, and they're happy. They're happy with the product, and this fan base, Peter, is amazing. When you're winning in Denver, man, it's nothing like it. It's the best job in football. So for me, it's been fulfilling to come back and work with Sean, the ownership, George, these players, and just for the city, to have a chance to win and go to the playoffs and hopefully one day win a championship again. That's huge for me. Outside of my own, wants here, I want it for the city.
Pretty special response, dude.
Crazy response. It makes me smile listening to what VJ is talking about, because he doesn't sound bitter.
No.
And it could be easy for him to be bitter because he was ran out of here. His hands were both tied behind his back. He didn't have the option to do what he wanted. He didn't get to choose his coaching staff and do things the way he wanted to do it. He didn't have the ownership. There was no ownership.
No, literally.
He didn't have George Payton.
No.
And let's be real, like George Payton's right now a better general manager than what Elway was at the end of his tenure as a general manager.
1,000% cosign, Phil.
And now he's getting the opportunity to learn from a legend in Sean Payton, who's a damn good coach. And if you don't think that VJ taking a step back, saying I can learn a thing or two from a guy who has done it before, a guy who wins a lot, a guy who has won a Super Bowl, it's only going to make VJ a better head coach when it's his turn. And one thing Sean does, and we all know, he does like to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, he paints a picture, that vision for everybody that gets them hyped, that gets them going, that motivates them. Because he has a vision. He has a plan. It seems like for everybody, that we're talking about Sean Payton right now, he has a plan for everybody in that building.
Yeah, and he kept on emphasizing that. It's like it was an easy sell. Like once he painted the picture for me and what it's going to look like, and then you meet the ownership group. I mean, honestly, things right now for VJ organizationally couldn't be more different than what he dealt with in 2018. Man,
you're not lying.
George Payton is a grinder. He is a grinder, like Chris McFarland for the Avs, grinder, okay? And John, especially during those years, just wasn't. And we've heard numerous firsthand accounts, and you've been one of them, saying, hey, like, John wasn't coming until noon or 1 or whatever.
He would have his spot right there in the front of the doors. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right there at the front of the door.
Yep.
And there would never be a car there. With George, at the front of the door, George Payton's car is always there. He's probably the first one in the building.
I
along
agree.
with Sean Payton, and my guessing is Greg Penner and them are getting there early as well. Like, it's just a different feeling, a different atmosphere. It's a winning atmosphere. It's a winning culture.
Yeah.
And that's why they're 9-2. Everybody has some type of thing that they have to work on. But Sean is giving everybody that opportunity to work on it because he has a vision, a plan for them, and he's letting it just execute and letting it organically happen for them. And this is why we can all have fun and watch the Denver Broncos dominate.
Yep. And a few minutes ago, I was talking about attributes of championship teams and that human connective tissue. There is a connective tissue between Greg Penner, George Payton, Sean Payton, someone like Vance Joseph as well. Like truly, you think of how, and this is an extreme example, I suppose. But the Broncos, before this ownership group, were an extreme example of no connective tissue and even dysfunction and being ran by a trust. And, it just, the whole thing was not healthy. It was just not healthy. But like you think of the place that the Nuggets got to a year ago, where there was different camps that were siloed off from one another, and you're supposed to all be pulling from the same end of the rope. They were playing tug of war between themselves while trying to win a championship. It's the complete opposite here in Denver, Colorado. The complete opposite when it comes to the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
And that's why it's just so healthy. And if you just keep building this thing, I go back to what I would say in the offseason. And obviously this season has gone way better than I could have ever imagined, but it has sped up or microwaved my take from the offseason that this combination of human beings that are leading this franchise, Greg Penner, George Payton, Sean Payton, Bo Nix, I just believe they're going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's a recipe for success. This is what every organization wishes they had. This right here. And we're living this dream that somebody else wishes they had this dream. They're living a nightmare.
Yeah.
And we're in a dream.
Yeah. Pretty cool,
Crazy.
man. Pretty cool. Here's one more clip. It's a little bit longer than we would normally play, but it's Vance Joseph reflecting on his first stint in Denver and regrets that he looks back and has.
I think, after the first time, just doing some self-scouting, right? It's just being self-aware. I thought with my first job in Denver, obviously defense was fine, right? I think the overall philosophy of building a team, I was chasing the wrong thing. Offensively, obviously Denver's had two great quarterbacks before Bo. It was John and Payton, right? So I take this job in 15, they were world champions, right? With a great defense with Peyton Manning, and now it's 17. It's 2 years removed, right? So the team's kind of still intact defensively, and it's no Peyton, obviously, and the national media, the local media, myself included, right? How do we find the next Annie or John Elway? And to me, that was naive and that was immature, right? I should have spent my time on again, playing great defense, right? Building an offensive line, you know, having a winning formula where, you know, I didn't need a Peyton Manning or John Elway at the time, right? Because those things are hard to find, right? That's unicorns, right? And you need obviously picks and lots of money and some misfortune to kind of pick those guys in the top 5, and we wasn't there. So to chase that unicorn, right? Before I chased building the O-line, let's run, or let's take care of the football, let's play defense, right? The defense was still top 10, but I thought I missed a mark on that, right? I was chasing something that was really hard to acquire versus fixing O-line, which was real, right? We could have fixed the O-line. And
that was a more realistic thing you could make better.
That's what I could have gotten done and still had a great product and won games, which would have bought me time to find a quarterback, right? But I thought I missed the mark there. And I regret that, but I learned from it. And again, watching how Sean has built this team has been, for me, you know, a masterclass on how to build a team around what you have and how to win each game differently until you acquire that player. You know, even before Bo Nix got here, should have been a playoff team, you know, and I watch how Sean would maneuver the game plans and strategically win each game differently, you know, before we had a Bo Nix. And that's the key in this league, man. You have to find out your formula to win with what you have available. And that only just gives you time, it buys you time to fix the major problems, which for me was the quarterback. But it was too much focus on that and not enough focus on winning around that issue until we had more time to kind of find it. And
it's a great answer.
I regret that, but that's the truth.
Wow.
Man.
Covered a lot of ground there. Pretty cool to hear.
It's and I got to play with that team, Zach. And so it's a little bit of like relief because that's something that I thought about. Zach, when we were playing, we were down to by the second game, we were down to our third string lineman. That's the recipe for success. That's something that George and Sean have done a great job of, is committing to the interior, taking care of the inside and building from that. Isn't that what we always talk about?
That was actually the first thing that Sean did.
Yes.
His first 2 signings were Ben Powers at left guard and Mike McGlinchey at right tackle.
The only thing that still eats at me, 2018, there was a quarterback that we could have picked up.
See, this is what came to me during that response too.
Go ahead.
When he says that we were too focused on trying to find a unicorn, and you have to have real misfortune to be able to draft one of those guys. It's ironic because in 2017, the team went 5-11 in his first year.
Yeah.
And they actually had the 5th overall pick.
5th overall pick.
And you could have drafted Josh Allen.
Yeah. And when you have a quarterback, everything goes right for you.
Right.
As a running back, as a receiver, everybody gets paid because of that quarterback.
Yep.
And you're sitting here and you're watching Josh Allen. Now, I don't know if Josh Allen would be Josh Allen if he was here in Denver.
He'd be great. He'd be great anywhere. I don't know if the level he is right now in Buffalo, but he would have been great here.
Everything happens for a reason. So, but I will say like that right there, if you pick up Josh Allen and you're VJ, maybe you still have your job because of how athletic Josh Allen is with his legs, with his arms, if you develop him.
Well, I'll say this. Vance got fired after his second year.
Yeah.
Right? Would Elway have been patient enough to deal through the Josh Allen development? Because this idea that Josh Allen walked into the NFL and was a franchise quarterback is a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
People in Buffalo, right?
Yes, people in Buffalo wanted to move on from him. They're like, this guy stinks. He's the same version as the guy at Wyoming. Can't complete passes, just runs around. And then it's one of the greatest developmental stories actually in the history of football, Josh Allen, not having a Division I scholarship, future MVP of the league, and future Hall of Fame player. So not a lot of people saw that coming. But yeah, there is something there where it's like, you got to be so bad to pick one of those guys. Well, you actually were in that season.
But you know what? That's not on VJ.
Of course it's not, Phil.
VJ didn't get that opportunity.
Of course.
You know who it was.
Of course, yeah. Yep.
You know, so that's what sucks so much about this for VJ. But he knows what he needs to do next time he has an opportunity to be a head coach.
All right. How excited is Jerry Jeudy about his situation in Cleveland and another quarterback change? It's next.
Has the regular season goal for the Denver Nuggets already been established?
This is a two-team race in the entire NBA. There's two teams, and then there's everybody else. There's the Nuggets and Oklahoma City. And they both play in the same division. They both play in the same conference. And to me, this is just simply about a regular season race to see who can finish with the better record so that they have Game 7 in their building.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
For many of us, it's happened before. Your hair is thinning, crowns disappearing. Maybe the hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. The solution that worked for me, it's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts growing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what if you want your own natural hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to world-class Dr. Tanya Paul's, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's why Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Select Health, how can we help?
Hi, my CEO needs a POV on the ROI of HDHPs. Buy EOD.
Okay, so you're a small business. Let's start there.
How'd you know that?
Let's just say it's not my first RODEO. Get it? Rodeo.
Oh, right. Letters.
Let's get started.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Visit our Denver Clearance Center during our Black Friday sale going on now. Save up to 75% on name brand appliances like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, GE, and Bosch. With unbeatable prices on top quality appliances, now is the perfect time to upgrade your home. Don't miss out on these exclusive deals. Visit us today at the Denver Clearance Center. When you think appliances, think Mountain High Appliance. Open 7 days a week.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you. Wow, Leslie, your fireplace really sucks.
I beg your pardon?
Well, what I mean is your fireplace is literally sucking all the air out of your house and right up the chimney every time you burn it.
Well, what can I do about it?
Well, you could get a high-efficiency gas insert from Cozy Heat. It keeps all the air you already pay the utility company to heat, and it returns up to 80% of the fire's heat back into your house.
I'd use my fireplace every chance I get if I could do that. Maybe my furnace wouldn't need to run so much.
Well, that's the whole point. Hi, this is Keith Lair with Lair Fireplace and Patio, along with my niece Leslie, to tell you how a gas insert from Cozy Heat will give you the incentive to use your fireplace again. Cozy Heat gas fireplaces and inserts are made to crank out the heat with beauty and style.
Lair's is Denver's oldest, most trusted name in fireplaces. Family owned and operated since 1954.
We'll even give you a free in-home quote, including expert installation by our own certified in-house installers.
Find us on the web at lairfireplacepatio.com.
For top quality Cozy Heat fireplaces and inserts, it's Lair Fireplace and Patio, Denver's fireplace experts.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tomorrow night on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Arizona State. On 104.3 HD2, DU Basketball faces CSU. And on the Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU Basketball faces DU with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. 1. All righty. How about Jerry Jeudy?
Jimmy Jeudy.
Jimmy Jeudy. So good.
Come on, Stink.
So good. That was just a classic. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy, I think, is he's cracking. He's cracking.
Under pressure?
He is cracking under pressure. And that situation in Cleveland, like, I mean, you know.
Hey.
He got traded there, right?
Yeah, but he wanted to leave.
He wanted to leave.
Isn't that what you said about my boy Shador? You said, hey, you want to be in that situation. Well, there you are. You're getting your shot.
Yeah.
If you're Shador to play now. For Jerry Jeudy, you got your money.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you wanted? Your money to be the number 1 receiver? Well, you're there in Cleveland.
Well, he had a media availability yesterday, and this is what it sounded like.
Jerry, I know Kevin said that Shador is going to get all the first-team reps. How important is this week of practice going to be for you guys and for you specifically to develop chemistry with him and try to get something going back?
It's going to be very important.
And what have you seen of Shador? We don't really get to watch very much practice, and I know he hasn't had first-team reps yet, but what kind of development have you seen in him over these past few months?
He consistently growing.
But on that last drive, that looked like he was the most comfortable on that last drive. Did anything change with him at all? Did he feel better? What did you pick up on watching that last drive?
Just having multiple reps.
I asked you about it after the game, that catch that you fought for that first down. Just that kind of effort to try to extend that play, extend that drive, and get that win. Does that show the embodiment of the hunger you guys have to close these games out when you guys are so close, so long?
For sure, we just got to finish.
I know we ask you this every time you switch quarterbacks, Jerry, but is there a way to fast forward the process of trying to develop that timing and chemistry with that new guy?
No, you just need reps.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jerry.
He was looking at these media members like, I cannot believe I'm required to do this right now. I cannot believe this is my life. And I'll tell you what, money will go a long way. Money will go a long way, but it's not everything.
Can't buy you happiness, can it?
No. And there you are, making the money, you got the bag, that's great. But that man looked like if you actually watch the visual, it looked like he wanted to be anywhere else in the world but Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, there you go. Right? You're a first-round draft pick. Everybody kissed your butt when you were here in Denver. It didn't work out. You forced your way out. You're with Cleveland. You had your first year where you went for 1,000 yards. Cool. You checked that box. You got paid. But now look at you. You're sad. You're mad. You're upset. Nobody wants to be around a losing team.
Except for Shedeur.
Well, that's what it looks like. He wants his shot. He got his shot. Oh, come on, Jimmy Judy.
Next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
Hey, man, this story with Lane Kiffin, dude. Ole Miss is having their best season that I can remember. And Lane is being courted by these other schools. Whether it's LSU, whether it's Florida, he is not commenting like, Sark's name came up for an NFL job, head coach at Texas. It was like a month ago. He's like, this is embarrassing that people just run with this stuff. No, stop it. I'm focused on what I'm doing. He said, I'm not going anywhere here within the last 24 hours. Lane Kiffin's not saying a word on this. And here's the kicker. We could have a situation where Ole Miss is having a terrific of enough season to be in the college football playoff, but Lane will leave the team before the playoff starts to go and take this other job. I mean, could you imagine?
Honestly, it's Lane Kiffin. He's a character.
He is a character. I think he's actually good for college football.
He really is. And he's going to speak and he's going to poke his chest out, and he's not afraid of anybody. So I'm not surprised. I can see Lane leaving for LSU or Florida saying, I'm out. Like, the talent's there, the brand. I'm going to have a little bit more money.
Exactly. And more resources to get these top-tier kids.
So for Ole Miss, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Do you try to force him to sign? Do you try to, speed this process up? Like, you trying to pick his brain? It's crazy.
Man, if Lane Kiffin and Deion Sanders are recruiting the same kid and everything's equal,
it's Lane Kiffin.
Who's a kid in 2025 picking, you guys think?
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
I think so, too.
1,000% Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin,
yeah,
right?
Come on.
All right.
X's and O's.
X's and O's. Deion send that kid a text.
Oh, here you go.
Hey, come to Boulder.
That's
He's like, I can't talk right now. Lane's in my living room. Coach. I can't talk right now.
He's eating my mom's food.
What do you got, Dante?
If I'm a cornerback, maybe I'd pick Deion.
Yeah, sure.
But I think that's it. If I'm a quarterback, absolutely picking Lane.
Yeah. He's just, and by the way, if you're a cornerback, these kids have to have their dad tell them how good Deion was. Lane Kiffin's right here, right now. Just on the scene right here, right now. So, all right. We will kick out of the last slap of the 3 count. What does NFL history tell us about the importance of getting the number 1 seed? We'll pass it along next.
The Fan Flyaway is back. Presented by 303 Log 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel, tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. First, head to thefanflyaway.com to register. Then tune in every hour to see if your name is called. If you hear your name, you have 10 minutes to call us back and be entered into the grand prize drawing. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
This is Jeff for Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Greg.
Hi, my name is Greg. I've been a patient of Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic for over 10 years. I noticed that I was really tired. I was lethargic. I didn't sleep really well, and I was overweight. My waist was 4 inches over what it should have been. It was really difficult for me to lose the body shape I didn't like. And of course, my marriage, yes. No man in their 40s wants to have low libido in their marriage. I'm really thankful for this therapy because it just makes me feel the man I want to be, active at home, everywhere. If you're feeling like I was, call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today and get checked. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Thanks, Greg. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Fuel up fast with lunch at the Lodge at Twin Peaks. Bite into a juicy cheeseburger and fries, fresh chicken Caesar salad, or turkey avocado smash with sweet potato fries. Hearty, quick, and made to satisfy. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
CU fans, keep your fix going with Denver Sports CU Football Post-Game Recap. Available every home game exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. Family driven for over 100 years.
After a car accident, you might wonder, do I really need a lawyer? But at Postman Law, we go beyond the courtroom. We're your single point of contact for insurance, medical bills, and doctors. Get the outcome you deserve without the headache.
Call 844-POSTMAN, attorney advertising.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan.
Brandon Stokely here for ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Cold weather's coming fast. Do you have a game plan for winter? If your heating system is more suited for the bench, now is the best time to upgrade your system with the best pricing of the year. Take advantage of tax credits and energy rebates before they run out. Only from my team at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, rocks, heating and air.
Winter is upon us, which means shorter days and slippery sidewalks. But you don't have to run or walk in the dark. Don't let bad weather stop you from reaching your fitness goals. That's where Fitness Gallery can help. We believe there's nothing more important than your health. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose, from the safety and comfort of your own home. For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, we have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. Stop by one of our 7 convenient locations or go to fitnessgallery.com.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Fans, listen midday for your chance to win Hockey Hall of Fame game family 4-packs at Ball Arena to cheer on DU hockey on Thanksgiving Saturday. Each day you get one row closer to glass seats.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Tune in to Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver
713-1043 to be entered into our drawing for the grand prize. 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale. Round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Phoenix. 2 nights hotel stay and a $500 Visa gift card. Calvin Krause. Call us back at 303-713-1043. If you haven't already entered, guys, you can still sign up for the chance to win a trip to the biggest party in golf. You can do that at thefanflyaway.com. Make sure to listen weekdays every hour between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. to hear if your name is called. Okay. Yesterday, we were having the conversation about who should you be rooting for this weekend, the Colts or the Chiefs? And here's the rub on this, okay? A win for the Colts would knock Kansas City down in the playoff picture and bring their postseason odds below 50%. So it'd be great. If you want to see Kansas City lose and not make the playoffs, then you should be rooting for the Colts. But a win for Kansas City would make it more likely that the Broncos get the number 1 seed. Okay? I put the poll out on Twitter. Who are you rooting for this weekend, Broncos country? It has over just around 2,400 votes with 29 minutes left to vote. Who do you think won the poll?
I'm going to go with how Broncos country, how they are. They're very prideful. And they don't want to see the Chiefs win ever. They want to put it in their face and push them down further than where they are now. So I'm going to say they're rooting for the Colts to beat the Chiefs, I would say.
You are spot on. 65% of the approximate 2,400 people that voted on this, 65% said they are rooting for the Colts. There were so many comments of like, hey, no Bronco fans should ever be rooting for Kansas City, and there's a million of that, like some version of that.
So emotional though, right? Like you're doing this out of emotion and not thinking of it in maybe a bigger picture.
You're on it.
That's how I was thinking of it, like a bigger picture of the number 1 seed, Zach.
I will never tell another fan how to fan.
For sure.
So if you want to root for the Colts this weekend, go root for the Colts. But because of the big picture implications that are at play, I think those people are just a little bit off the mark. I can't believe it. I think we should be rooting for Kansas City, and the evidence supports that. Check this out, Mr. Phillip Lindsay. Since 1975, 26 number 1 seeds have won the Super Bowl. That is 53% of the time. So more than half of the time, going back to 1975, more than half the time the top seed wins the Super Bowl. And we've talked about the cheat code. If you're the number 1 seed, you play twice at home, and if you go 2-0, you are in the biggest game in American sports.
You only need to play two times. That's it.
So, like, if you're playing in the Super Bowl, I promise you will not be thinking about what Kansas City did or didn't win in week 13 or week 12 or whatever the hell week it's going to be. So, week 12. So, I think that, again, you don't want to cheer for the Chiefs. You want to cheer against the Chiefs, no problem. But I think it's best for the Denver Broncos, and the history supports it, if the Chiefs win this weekend and give the Denver Broncos a better chance at that top seed.
And on top of that, you get that bye, like you just got done talking about. Why is it so important? By that time, at the end of the year, you're banged up, you're beat up. But if you have that bye, maybe there's an important player that you're waiting for that has a chance to come back now. And that could be the deciding factor of you winning and losing a game, because you just don't know what's going to happen in these next 5 or 6 weeks. So you want to have that built-in bye where you're resting your mind, you're resting your body, where Sean Payton has a chance to kind of get his game plan going. VJ has a chance to get the game plan going. And when you do have your game, you just got done talking about it, Zach, it's home field advantage here in Denver, where Broncos country goes insane, where it's so loud you can't even hear yourself think. So you got to think about it like that. You got to start playing chess and not checkers. We don't care about Kansas City. They are who they're going to be, whatever it is. We care about ourselves, but we want the best for us. And being in the number 1 seed with a bye, that's what's best for the Denver Broncos.
Yep. And Sean Payton said it himself after the loss in Buffalo last year. We need to play these games in Denver. And the best chance to play these games, plural, in Denver is for Kansas City to win this weekend. It feels weird. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of times I'll use this. I'll use this phrase in sports gambling, where on paper it doesn't look like something that you should be doing. Okay, but the history says this is where you bet this spot. I'll give you an example from this past weekend. Cleveland Browns getting 8 points at home against the Ravens. Nothing about that says that makes sense. But I'll use the phrase, hold your nose, right? So you sound a little squeaky. Hold your nose and do what's best historically. And over and over and over since the mid-1970s, the history says if you are the top seed, you have a better than 50% chance to win the Super Bowl. So
simple as that. And one little thing, too, with Sean Payton. Sean Payton has done a lot and accomplished a lot in his career. One thing Sean Payton hasn't done just yet has been the number 1 seed in the playoffs.
Is that right?
Yes. Even with his Super Bowl team, he was not the number 1 seed.
I don't know.
I'm looking up, and maybe this is wrong.
Okay.
It says Sean Payton has never been the number 1 seed in the playoffs as a head coach.
Okay. Man, that year with New Orleans, maybe
it was special. Remember, they ended up losing the last 3 games.
Yeah, they lost the last 3.
And people were up in arms. Well, why rest your players that last game when you're on a 2-game losing streak at that time and they lost again?
Yeah, and I think it's because they already had the bye locked up at the time. Now there's only 1 bye, right? So I think that's probably the calculus there. There used to be 2 teams that had a bye. Yeah. All right, so good stuff, man. That stat one more time. Since 1975, 26 number 1 seeds have gone on to win the Super Bowl. That is the case 53% of the time. We'll play trivia coming up next.
Is R.J. Harvey ready to take over the Broncos' backfield?
R.J. Harvey ain't ready. He's not ready. Too much pitter-patter.
I think R.J. Harvey has already established himself in what he is, at least for this year. And that is a guy that's really good out of the backfield catching the ball.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they have a generous deal on windows. Receive $1,000 off every 10 windows you purchase. On top of that, they want to be a part of your Thanksgiving celebration. They will provide you with a $100 gift card to your local grocery store to contribute to your Thanksgiving festivities. Call 5280 Exteriors today to take advantage of this special November promotion. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure. Coming soon.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tomorrow night on 104.3 HD3, DU hockey skates with Arizona State. On 104.3 HD2, DU basketball faces CSU. And on the Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU basketball faces DU with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, 4 o'clock on a Thursday. During football season is when we have been doing trivia. And once in a while, we got to move things around. We do what we got to do. But, yeah, let's have some fun here. Do we know how the morning show did?
They went 2-2.
2-2.
Yep.
And
they got both of yours. They missed both of mine.
Okay, so mine was what two SEC teams have spent more weeks at number one than the rest of the SEC combined? That was Oklahoma and Alabama. That's attainable, though. Like, when you really think it out, like, those are going to be the schools. So I'm not surprised that they got that. What was another one that they got there?
The Broncos Player of the Week.
Okay. And again, kind of recent, relatively, definitely attainable. And then the ones that they missed were?
It was, what did I ask? Oh, the baseball player, first baseball player to have a contract, earning him $1 million or more per year. Gave them 5 answers. They were kind of down between the two, and they guessed the wrong answer.
So who did they guess?
They guessed Reggie Jackson.
Okay, and the answer was Nolan Ryan.
Correct.
And then the other one?
It was, what food franchise has the most locations in the United States?
And the options were?
No options.
No options.
No options. Well, I mean, there's only a couple. Like,
yeah.
They were on the right track. They were between like Starbucks, McDonald's, and then at the end, Simmer threw out Subway, which is the right answer. And Stoke just dismissed Subway completely. But he did go hand up afterwards after the answer. He's like, you know what? That was on me. I totally dismissed it, and that was the right answer.
Love it. I am a proud alumni of SU. Subway University. I was a sandwich artist for years.
All right.
And I made a sandwich myself, the Zehova, that they ended up taking from me and making it the Turkey Italiano. I should still have some sort of royalty coming my way.
So this is why you love sandwiches. You come in with a sandwich every day.
I do. It's probably my favorite meal, like a steak sandwich number one, and then just different combinations of cold cuts.
So what's the sandwich called again?
They had the Italian BMT, they used to call it.
Yeah.
But I would take off the ham because I don't like ham. I would take off the ham and I would put turkey on with the pepperoni and the salami. And I'd make it for all my buddies that came in, and they loved it. It was called the Zehova. And I was, I'm 16 years old, and yeah, they took it and made it the Turkey Italiano and made it a whole deal. So, still pissed about that. All right, Dante Gomez, hit the music.
Question number 1. Name the only 2 NFL coaches all time who won Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year awards, not necessarily in the same year as voted by the writers.
So Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year. Did Bill Belichick ever win that? As he was leading the Patriots in the front office and they were winning a Super Bowl?
I don't remember if he was ever officially an executive.
I mean, he was the general manager.
Yeah.
They're pretty sure.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he had to have, right? If he was.
Let's just.
I don't know. I feel like people didn't like his, like front office role as much.
No, it was a lot of missed draft picks. But I don't know, like, did he, make a trade or I don't know.
I feel like it's a guy that was a coach and then went on to be an executive.
So he wasn't both? Because I was going to say,
not
what
at
about
the
Bill
same
O'Brien?
time?
Because he was a
Bill
general
O'Brien.
manager.
Yeah.
He was a coach. They had that successful year where they should have beat the Chiefs.
Correct.
Chiefs ended up coming back and beating them. But if they got past the Chiefs, my guess is they go to the Super Bowl, man. Or get close to
And the thing is, but that's a regular season award, so that lends itself to that could be Bill
Yeah.
O'Brien. Let's keep that in the holster. So Bill Belichick, Bill O'Brien. What about
Joe Gibbs is the name that pops into my
Joe
head.
Gibbs? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. I like Joe Gibbs.
Was Shanahan ever? He was a front office guy, right? Or no?
He I think he was at the end,
Yeah.
and it wasn't great at the end. So I don't think Shanahan was. Like, his was a name that popped up initially. I was like, I don't think so.
Well, like Shula or Jimmy Johnson. Were they front office at any point?
Well, Jimmy Johnson definitely was not front
Yeah,
office.
Jimmy
'cause
Johnson
Jerry ran
wasn't.
that team.
Yeah. Shula is an interesting one.
It is.
What about like Bill Walsh
Yeah,
for the Niners?
it's a good one.
What about Kubiak?
No, he was never an executive.
No.
Yeah, he was up there.
Yeah.
Do you think Lombardi went on to be
That's
an
a good-
executive?
I think he might have actually.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be one of the legends. Like, yeah, like a Vince Lombardi or a Shula.
George Hallis.
Yeah. I like Joe Gibbs.
I do too.
Yeah.
I like that one. Let's keep that one around. I feel like we've thrown out some good ones here.
I know.
Vince Lombardi is an interesting one. I just don't know. Like, the Packers won Super Bowl 1 and 2 with him as a coach. I don't think they had won another one
Until the 90s.
Yeah, like so.
Yeah, there was a long gap.
So I'll say, let's maybe
Joe
take him
Gibbs.
out. You want to take Vince Lombardi out?
Yeah, but I mean, if we're doing it based on Super Bowls, I don't know if Shula's going to be the answer either.
Yeah, but again, regular season award. So I guess we keep that in mind with Lombardi too.
I don't think this is the answer, but Tom Coughlin was the Giants coach, and then he went on to be the Jaguars general manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he won either award in either place.
I don't think so, because even the years that the Giants won the Super Bowl, they were like 10-6. So that wouldn't lend itself to win a regular season award.
But he could have been coach of the year in the 90s when he got the Jags to
That's
the
true.
AFC Championship
And they
game.
were like an expansion
They
team.
were. They were like their second or third year.
Interesting. I don't think it's him though.
I don't think so either, but I just know he did both roles.
Yeah. All right, we got to pick a name here. We're going with Joe Gibbs and
Let's go Shula.
Shula?
Yeah.
What about Bill Walsh?
Oh, I like Walsh too, actually.
I would go Bill Walsh.
Yeah,
over
let's
Shula.
go
let's do Walsh.
You want to do Walsh?
Yeah.
All right, let's go Joe Gibbs and Bill Walsh. Send it in.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answer: Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, we didn't have either of those.
2 Bills.
I mean, we mentioned Bill Belichick, but Parcells.
I didn't even think about Parcells.
No, yeah, that's in the blind spot there. Okay, next question.
Question number 2. Who holds the NBA record for most assists in a game with 30? Is it Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd, Scott Skiles, Russell Westbrook, Rajon Rondo, or John Stockton?
So, all these guys are going to have a seat at the table.
Yeah, they're going to be close.
And Rondo and Russ and J. Kidd and Magic, they're all legends. There's one guy on this list that's not a bona fide legend.
You talking about Scotty Skiles?
And it's Scott Skiles, and Scott Skiles is going to be the answer to this question.
Yeah, that was a random throw-in.
And no, I'm just telling you. It's Scott.
So it's not because he doesn't fit, it's because you know the answer?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Scott Skiles. I'll be embarrassed if we don't get this right.
All right.
Let's go. Scott Skiles, final answer, send it in.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answer? Scott Skiles
right.
with Orlando.
Well done.
Look at you.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. All right, let's try to get one more in here.
Question number 3. What current Big Ten school is the last to win an NCAA basketball championship?
Oh, I thought he was going to give us options
Yeah.
there. So the last
Oh.
Big Ten school to win a national championship?
Did Purdue win it with Edie or no?
No, Purdue did not win it.
No. They didn't win it. They came close. They were the number 1 seed. I want to say that school in East Lansing it comes to mind.
2001 was the last time they won a title.
They won.
Yeah.
I was going to say, didn't Maryland win one? In like 03 or like 96 or
under Gary Williams, it was Lonnie
Yes.
Baxter and Chris Wilcox.
Did they ever win the title, though?
no, they won the national title.
They won the national
I just don't know if
championship.
it was before or after Michigan State.
So hold on. So do we know Michigan State's last championship was 01?
I'm like 99% sure it was 01.
So they made a bunch of Final Fours, but
Correct.
they
Drew likes to make fun of Richie for it, so I
Yes.
think I trust Drew that he knows that answer.
Okay. So yes, Gary Williams and the Terps did win it post 01 for sure.
It was after? Okay.
Yes, for sure. And like I said, that was Lonnie Baxter. That was Chris Wilcox. That was
So Maryland, huh?
yeah.
And that's kind of a sneaky answer to where
Right.
that would make sense.
Because you did say current Big Ten team.
What was the white point guard, the skinny white point guard?
Steve something. I can't remember his name.
Did Illinois win or did they lose to U of A?
Illinois lost. That was when they had D. Brown.
Yeah, I remember
And
him.
that was back in 97, I believe.
Yeah, that was 97, actually. If it was the U of A year,
Now,
at least.
Michigan has been to the Final Four and championship game a couple times.
I think they lost both times.
Did they lose both, or did they win one and maybe get it stripped?
Oh, that would suck if that's an answer.
I think they lost both times.
Michigan?
Yeah.
I like the
Okay.
Maryland one.
I think it might be Maryland.
Maryland's just a sneaky. I mean, Indiana hasn't been good for a while, right?
No.
And then like a
UCLA is an option, but I don't think they've won one recently.
No, they got to the Final Four, I want to say, with Steve Alford and his son, but
they did, yeah.
they didn't win it.
USC, Oregon has been to the Final Four but never won it. I think it might be Maryland.
I like Maryland.
I do too.
I like Maryland. If it's not Michigan State, unless it's in some blind spot where Michigan State won after 03.
Let's go with Maryland.
Let's go with Maryland.
Yeah.
Let's go with Maryland. Let's go the Maryland Terrapins. Final answer, send it in.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answer? Maryland.
Let's go.
2002.
Let's go.
It's 2002.
Yes. Come on, this basketball block. It's our block.
Like Peyton Watson, right?
I love it. All right, so we'll finish up trivia with our curveball. Also, as the Broncos have been a massive NFL story and a Super Bowl feels realistic, let's not forget what's made it all possible. And I'm not talking about the defense. That's all next.
Is Vance Joseph coaching his way toward a much bigger opportunity after this season?
You have the league's best defense. You're going to end up flirting with the all-time NFL sack record, and you're doing it without the Defensive Player of the Year and your leading tackler, who are two different people.
Yeah.
Phil, he's got 6 more regular season games left in Denver.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, gentlemen? And yes, I'm talking just to the fellas out there. ED is an intimacy destroyer, and you probably already know this, but research shows that men can draw away from their partners when ED affects their sex life. And the conditions can cause stress, anxiety, and depression. Even worse, a man's partner can even blame themselves when ED becomes the problem. Well, I'm here to tell you that at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, their treatments work when the pills and herbals fail you. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. And some of these treatments can have you last an hour or even more if you want to last that long. All I need you to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today. Your initial visit is only $99. which will include a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And here's the thing, gentlemen, if that test dose does not work in the office, the visit is absolutely free. They also have 5 locations out there to serve you, so go get treated. You could go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The holidays will be here before you know it, and for many families, that means excitement, but also stress. Between gifts, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out if you qualify. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Red Rock Roofing. Red Rock Roofing stands for greatness, which is why their free inspection videos offer you valuable knowledge and peace of mind about your Red Rock roof. Red Rock roofers use only the finest roofing materials on the market, installing roofs that'll stand up to all Colorado weather, and they'll even upgrade you to impact-resistant shingles at no cost. Call 720-735-ROOF. Visit redrockroofing.com. Red Rock Roofing, standing for greatness.
Most business owners and decision makers work hard but stay frustrated because customers simply don't know they exist. Marketing isn't about being flashy. It's about making sure people understand how you solve their problem. Audio, video, and online campaigns put your message where your customers are already paying attention. And your friends at DenverSports, they specialize in connecting customers to businesses. The moment you get clear and show up consistently, growth follows. Don't stay the best kept secret in town. Visit DenverSports.com and click on the Advertise with Us button and start growing today.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs, with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
I tried point counting, calorie counting, shots, and nothing has worked until Soda weight loss.
Soda weight loss gives you a personal nutritionist you can text anytime.
Everybody's great here. Everybody's encouraging. There were some times where
where I felt down, and they brought me back up. If you stick with this program, you will lose weight and you will get to your goal weight.
When you sign up for Soda Weight Loss, your partner joins for free.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment. No meds, no gimmicks, just real results with real support.
Remember, sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, let's finish up trivia here, and then we'll get back to Broncos. We have one question left. We went 2-1. Go ahead, Dante. Let's hit that music and fire away.
Here is your curveball question. Which of these actors made their feature film debut in Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Between Nicolas Cage, Eric Stoltz, Sean Penn, Anthony Edwards, and Forrest Whitaker, you can choose more than one.
Whoa. So, who made their feature film debut? So, who is appearing in a movie for the first time in the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High? And it's Nicolas Cage. Who do you say, Stoltz? I don't know that.
Scott something? Do you want the names
Stoltz,
again?
I think it was.
Eric Stoltz, that's
Eric
what it
Stoltz,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, let's hear him again anyway, DG.
Between Nicolas Cage, Eric Stoltz, Sean Penn, Anthony Edwards, and Forrest Whitaker, you can choose more than one.
Man.
Was Anthony Edwards in that movie? I don't even remember him in there.
I don't think I know who that is.
I don't think I know who that is either.
Other than the basketball player.
Goose in Top Gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick Cage is in that movie for sure.
Who's he play?
It's like that tiny role. He works at the burger place with the older brother.
Oh, with Judge Reinhold. Okay.
So I would say...
So obviously there's more than one.
I know Nick Cage. I'm fairly confident Nick Cage is is one of the right answers.
I was just going to say, man, if it's such a small role in that movie, that lends itself to being your debut. You're not going to have a big role in your first movie.
Forrest Whitaker playing the football player.
Yeah.
So he's in there.
I feel like Sean Penn had to have been in stuff before that.
To have such a big role in the movie.
Yeah.
What is he?
Spicoli.
Yeah. I like Nicolas Cage. What do you guys think?
I'm with it.
Well, is there more than one? Because he did say more than one.
Well, we just have to get one, right?
See, that's I didn't like the phrasing of the question. It sounds like we have to get all of them, but we just don't know the total number that we're even shooting for.
No, I think the way he says it, you got to get one of the two.
Okay.
And I'd be willing to bet it's Nicolas Cage is one of them.
Let's go with it then.
You guys
So
like
we're
it?
just going to do that? I mean, I can kind of cheat. I know how many audio bubbles are there.
No, I mean, if we feel like Nicolas Cage is one of them, let's just get the answer right and secure a 3-in-1 week again. Let's go Nicolas Cage. Final answer, send it in.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answers: Nicolas Cage, Anthony Edwards, and Eric Stoltz.
Wow, so there's 3 of them.
Wow.
Okay, all right, appreciate that.
3-1, let's go,
3-1 for a second consecutive week. Great job, everyone, all the way around. Okay, the Broncos have become an extremely relevant story in the NFL. In fact, they're one of the biggest stories in the league right now. What's making it all possible? Well, of course, there's multiple answers to that. But, and I think we've done a good job resetting this topic every couple months. This is not happening without this new ownership group.
Yes.
It's just not.
It's a fact. We know this. We give them their flowers. I feel like every month we give, usually our show gives Greg Penner and the ownership group their flowers.
The old regime is not paying $20 million a year for Sean Payton. Or I think it's actually around $18 million, I want to say. Second to only Andy Reid in the NFL. I just do not believe the old, hierarchy, leadership, the former regime did not have the financial bandwidth that this ownership group has. So would and I'm not dissing anyone, it's just pointing out what the Broncos have that they didn't have in the past.
Yes.
The old regime is not eating $85 million in dead cap. They're not.
Well, they wouldn't have had the money to do that.
No. Nope. So you are paying top tier money for the coach that is probably the number one football reason why this is happening, right? You're simultaneously while you're eating $85 million, this is a ownership group that is changing the grass on the field twice a year for every year that they've been here.
See, and as a player, that has to be great. It has to feel great that your ownership group is taking care of you, because I'm telling you, by the end of the year, that grass is tore up. It's dirt. And when you hit that dirt, usually you can get a concussion, you're getting scratches, you can slip and bust your knee and blow your knee out because of it. And so what you're saying is this ownership group saying, we're going to take care of you guys. The grass is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be in great shape for you so that you can stay as healthy as possible. And that's exactly what's happening. Denver Broncos have been really healthy, knock on wood, but really healthy for multiple years. That's no mistake. It starts with your ownership group, and it starts with the grass that you have out there, and it's new grass at the halfway mark. It's cool to see.
It's cool to see. And so this week you have Matt LaFleur blasting MetLife for the quality of their playing surface. That'll never happen in Denver. And so between this ownership group saying, we'll eat the $85 million if that's what you think is best, Sean. We're going to pay you, Sean, $18 million a year. We're going to change the grass twice a year in a way that almost no one does. We're going to build a $175 million practice facility so our players have the best of everything. We're going to hire Bo Lowry away from his former job and get him to move to Colorado. Who knows how much Bo Lowry is making? It wouldn't shock me at all if he's getting paid $1 million a year.
Oh, no.
It really wouldn't shock me at all.
No. He's keeping this team healthy as hell. Like, you have to pay him a lot of money to do that.
And they're also going to build a stadium that's north of $4 billion in construction costs. And hang tight while we do that, we're going to put another $100 million into the renovations of Mile High. We're going to do a new scoreboard, a new video board rather, that's 77% larger than the other one. We're going to double down on nutrition. I mean,
what more do you want?
It's just incredible. Oh, we're going to change out the jet, and we're going to have a jumbo jet that a few NFL teams have. We're going to travel first class.
We're going to send polls out so that Broncos country can vote on certain things that are going to happen to a stadium. So, like, everything that we want, that the players want, that the coaching staff wants, they get. Greg Penner and this ownership group have done a phenomenal job of doing that. And other facilities, other programs, other organizations wish that they had the money, wish that they had the resources that the Denver Broncos get.
Yep. And sometimes rich people don't want to spend their money.
Yeah, that's true.
They have poured their resources into this organization. Everyone has what they need to succeed, and now the success is coming. But actually none of that what we just covered here in the last 5 minutes, none of it is as impressive to me as a couple, really, in Greg and Carrie Penner that can be anywhere in the world that they want to be. Hey, they've given all the resources, so they don't maybe need to be around for every day and every game and every training camp practice, but they are. It's powerful. It's powerful. This team is in really good hands. Really good hands. All right, the Colorado Avalanche have 2 streaks going at the same time tonight. Can they keep both alive? That's next.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is on a mission to feed families this holiday season, and we need your help. As part of our Fill the Truck campaign, we'll be collecting canned goods and non-perishable food items to benefit the Food Bank of the Rockies November 19th, 20th, and 21st. So stop by the Walmart Supercenter in Highlands Ranch near C470 in Quebec from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and help us fill the truck for those in need. Head to denversports.com/truck for more info. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Top users make between $200 to $300 per month.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code REFUND25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code REFUND25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code REFUND25.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, feeling cooped up this winter? Mark Schlereth here. You know these Colorado nights can get freezing cold with your furnace running non-stop just to keep things cozy. But here's the thing. While your heating system is working overtime, it's also blowing dust, dirt, and debris through your air ducts and straight into the air you breathe. That's where Ductworks comes in. Your trusted air duct cleaning experts. Using a powerful combination of scraping and vacuuming technology, the Ductworks team clears out years of buildup, grime, and other gunk hiding in your ductwork. The results? Cleaner, fresher air, better energy efficiency, and a healthier home or office for you and your family. Don't wait until spring. Breathe easier now with top-rated service from Ductworks. Call them at 303-425-0985 or visit them online today at ductworks.com for a free residential or commercial estimate.
303-425-0985.
Okay, Michael. Any other questions about your Select Health insurance?
How much time do you have?
I have exactly as much time as you need.
Wonderful, because I have exactly 112 more questions.
112.
112.
112 it is. Let's do this.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Winter is upon us, which means shorter days and slippery sidewalks. But you don't have to run or walk in the dark. Don't let bad weather stop you from reaching your fitness goals. That's where Fitness Gallery can help. We believe there's nothing more important than your health. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose, from the safety and comfort of your own home. For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, we have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. Stop by one of our 7 convenient locations or go to fitnessgallery.com.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. These days, we expect everything fast. Streaming, food delivery, even same-day shipping. So why should using the equity in your home to get cash be any different? At Cake Mortgage, we get fast. We just got a client approved for $300,000 in under 24 hours with our Cake Fast Cash program. If you're struggling with high-interest debt, roll it into one low monthly payment and save hundreds or more each month. The best part? You'll keep your current mortgage rate and only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com. For thousands of 5-star reviews.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 5-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tomorrow night on 104.3 HD3, DU hockey skates with Arizona State. On 104.3 HD2, DU basketball faces CSU. And on the Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU basketball faces DU with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Colorado Avalanche have 2 streaks going at the same time. Can they keep both of them alive tonight as the New York Rangers come into town? We'll discuss that here in just a second. All right, you want to go to Phoenix this February for the biggest party in golf? It's the Fan Flyway, presented by 303 Law 4040. Andy Ballham, you have 10 minutes to call us back at 303-713-1043 to be entered into our drawing for the grand prize, which is 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale, round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Phoenix, 2 nights hotel stay, and a $500 Visa gift card. Andy Ballham, call us back at 303-713-1043. If you haven't already entered, you can still sign up at thefanflyway.com, and make sure to listen weekdays every hour between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. to hear if your name is called. Okay, Avs have a couple streaks going. One, they've won 6 consecutive games. That's just hard to do. In professional sports, the Avs are here looking to make it 7 in a row. Also, a separate streak. The Avs have yet to lose in regulation at home. They are 7-0-2 when playing at Ball Arena, which is the setting of the showdown tonight.
You have to love it. That just shows you that the depth is there, that your star players are playing well, and also the goaltending in between the pipes. Wedgwood has been phenomenal. Blackwood's starting to get his act together, and I know he's coming off that injury, but when he's out there, he's getting better. So this team is just well put together, and hats off to Chris McFarland for doing that and paying the right players. And now look at us. We're the hottest team in the NHL. We have some of the best skaters in the world. What more do we need to win this cup? We got to stay healthy. We have to execute on the power play. Penalty kill has been really good. So it's fun to watch, Zach.
It's really fun right now. It's really fun. And I like that you brought up Chris McFarland, because it's so interesting, man, when stuff is not going right, Chris McFarland catches a bunch of flack from a certain portion of this fan base.
Oh, yes.
When stuff's going right, doesn't get mentioned a lot.
Quiet.
And so you look at some of these moves that have been like legitimately impactful. The addition of Scott Wedgwood. Your backup is now your starter. Not because the other guy stinks, but his play has become undeniable. All right? You pick up someone like Victor Olofsson. Victor Olofsson, look at the impact that he has had on this team. No one was really talking about the addition of Victor Olofsson.
Everybody could have had him. Isn't that what we said about J.K. Dobbins?
Yes.
Olofsson's the same way. Somebody could have picked him up, but Chris McFarland said, you know what? We see something in you. You would be a great fit here.
Yep. Has young Gavin Brindley been pretty good?
He's been really good. Little Rocket, I'm calling him Little Rocket, man. I love the fight in him. He reminds me of myself. You know, a guy that had to fight his way to the top, and he's not stopping there. He's finding ways to contribute in different ways. He has been on the first power play. He's been doing a bunch of stuff the right way, man. That's where the depth comes in.
Yep, and he was a part of that trade with Columbus, with Charlie Coyle and Miles Wood. So, like, Chris McFarland has pushed the right buttons here. He really has. And also Netchis, like, again, Netchis has been phenomenal. Like, this guy has just been on one. So, yeah, he deserves his flowers. There's no doubt about it. What are you looking forward to tonight?
You know, honestly, it was you brought this up earlier, Zach. It was weird that the Avs have been off for 4 days. So what do they look like? Can they start fast? Can they be physical, knowing that the Rangers have been doing well on the road? Wedgwood, can you have a really good game? But on top of that, we have a dominant offense, but you're going up against an elite goalie on the other side with Igor. What does that look like? You have to have presence in front of the net, have those gritty goals if you can get that. So I'm looking for someone like maybe Gabe to do something tonight where you get a rebound and you put it back in there for a goal. But it's going to be one of these games where who can start fast and who can be the most physical team that can outlast each other.
I like it. I like it a lot. And the Avs have made a habit of starting faster this year. You remember last year how often we talked about them coming from behind?
Yeah.
And it was like, and actually I think it was the Rangers. It was the Avs and the Rangers who were like the league leaders in comebacks last year. Now the Avs are drawing first blood a lot of the times. I want to say, and I hope I'm not making this up, but I want to say 4 different times this year, the Avs have scored a goal in the first minute of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I know for sure that I want to say the recent one was it Lecky? With like 28 seconds into the game, scored.
I forget.
Yeah,
I know Netchis has like 2 or 3 opening goals the first minute into a game. So, like, gosh, you love to see that. And then you mentioned Igor Shesterkin, one of the best in the game. What if I had told you this summer that Scott Wedgwood, who on paper in the summer was the backup, would have a better goals against average and a better save percentage than Igor?
I would say holler at me when you're sober. That's not happening. But it is happening. Wedgie is playing out of his mind, standing on his head, as the hockey people like to say. And he sure is standing on his head. Now, can he sustain this? I think he can. The confidence that's oozing out of him, his teammates that believe in him, and they're being more aggressive because they feel like they can leave my man on the island if he has to make a couple big saves. So Wedgie can do it again. He's going to be between the pipes. So he has another chance tonight.
I love it, man. I love it. Really a showdown between 2 of the, call it, 8 best goaltenders so far this season. Contrasting styles, Colorado is an NHL best 78 goals so far this season. That's first. Rangers have scored 52. That ranks 28th. But the weird thing happening with the New York Rangers right now, because they have one of the best home environments in all of hockey, they're 1-7-1 at home. 1-7-1 at Madison Square Garden, but they head out on the road. In the same setting they'll be tonight, they're 9-2-1 on the road.
Make that make sense.
That is almost impossible.
They don't like their home fans.
I'll tell you what. That is strange.
It is a lot. It's weird.
Yep. And New York has dropped 2 in a row after winning 3 straight. One more fun stat for you. Nathan McKinnon hasn't registered a point in a week, 7 days. Still number 1 in the NHL in points and goals. Ho-hum. Okay. Shifting gears here a little bit. The Nuggets took care of business in New Orleans, and one guy stole the show. Also, Vance Joseph sat down and gave a very candid interview about the dynamic between the offense and the defense, coming back to Denver after being fired, and even a regret he has as head coach of the Broncos. You are not going to want to miss that, as we are on the doorstep of nearly 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Has the regular season goal for the Denver Nuggets already been established?
This is a two-team race in the entire NBA. There's two teams, and then there's everybody else. There's the Nuggets and Oklahoma City. And they both play in the same division. They both play in the same conference. And to me, this is just simply about a regular season race to see who can finish with the better record so that they have Game 7 in their building.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you in RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
Life happens, and then debt happens. Your laptop dies when you need it most. A hospital bill hurts more than an injury. Enter End Credit Union with a free debt consultation and a plan built just for you. Ent is here to help you break the debt cycle and get your finances on track. Debt happens. Ent helps. Schedule your free consultation at ent.com/coaching. Standard account and credit qualifications apply.
Fall is here, and so are the savings at Corwin Toyota. Get a new 2025 Tacoma with rates as low as 1.99% APR for up to 60 months, or lease for as little as $39.99 down and $279 a month for 36 months. Or lease a new 2025 RAV4 for $39.99 down and $299 a month. Visit us up Pearl Parkway or shop online at CorwinToyotaBoulder.com. Corwin Toyota, family driven for over 100 years.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Oh, man, I do a terrible turkey impersonation. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs from Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Those of you that listen to the Dan Jacobs Show know that I just love the holidays. But I also know these holidays in particular can be really tough on a lot of people, whether it's the government shutdown, inflation, the economy, whatever it is, or some people just have a hard time during the holidays as it is every single year. It's just a hard time of year for them. As always, we want to be here for you. If we can help out with a little bit of that with free food and groceries, we would love to have you any first or third Thursday of the month. Come on out to Eastern Hills Church at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road. We're even doing smoked ham and turkey this month in honor of Thanksgiving. So if you need it, anybody, no questions asked. You just pull up and pop the trunk. 4 to 6 p.m., Eastern Hills Community Church every first and third Thursday, Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The Fed just dropped rates again, and that's really great news for American homeowners. If you're feeling overwhelmed, thinking about the upcoming holidays, there is no better time than now to get your finances in order. With rates dropping, now is the time to pay off that debt. American Financing is helping homeowners access the equity in their home for instant savings. They're saving people just like you an average of $800 a month, and many are seeing rates in the low fives. That's a game changer compared to those sky-high credit cards. And if you start today, you may be able to delay 2 mortgage payments. It costs absolutely nothing to find out how much you can save. The holidays are going to be here before you know it, so don't wait. Call their salary-based mortgage consultants today. American Financing can be reached at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the fives start at 6.196 for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Fans, listen midday for your chance to win Hockey Hall of Fame game family 4-packs at Ball Arena to cheer on DU Hockey on Thanksgiving Saturday. Each day you get 1 row closer to glass seats.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials all for under $25. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
The Nuggets took care of business last night in New Orleans.
Nuggets!
One guy stole the show. Man, oh man, oh man.
It was glorious.
And it's crazy. I say like one guy stole the show. And I'm not talking about the guy that went for a triple-double again.
Yeah, come on now. That's not the big news.
Light work. Light work for
that's what he does all the time.
the Joker. Again, another triple-double before the fourth quarter ever started. And I'm going to say it, okay? And I'm not if you know what I know, you're going to connect with this, but it sounds wacky, okay?
Oh, all right. Oh, Lord. What's
Sounds
going on?
wacky. I just said this the other day. Considering the standard that Jokic has set for himself, he had a 28-point, 11 rebound, 12 assist triple-double. Pretty unremarkable for him. It was like, again, you look at the box score, great. You actually watch the game. It's like, yeah, he was pretty good. He was decent.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't like Jokic that we know, like when he's in full go, he's unstoppable, but he did enough.
Yeah, he looked pretty sluggish. He kept on throwing it to the other team. The first quarter was actually hard to watch. Now, I watched a little bit on delay because we're coming from here.
Yeah.
It started at just after 6:10. And I'm watching it like, what the hell is going on? I mean, he had, let me see how many turnovers. Yeah, he had 9 turnovers. He almost had a quadruple double with turnovers. It was ugly early. It was. And I got to be honest, I did not like their approach. They were down. We talked about that coming after the loss to the Bulls, who had lost 5 in a row. The Pels had lost 6 in a row coming into last night. And, man, it looked like the team was not like.
But why, though?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure
I don't
things
know.
out because I'll tell you this. You can't do that against the Rockets.
No.
They're too good.
Correct.
And so why are you starting so slow knowing that you're way better than these teams, the Bulls, the Pelicans? Even if you just give a little bit of effort, don't turn the ball over, you're dominating in the first quarter.
Yeah, they just played to their competition. And eventually they continued to wake up throughout the game.
Yep.
And really this thing, it should not have been a 7-point win. I mean, goodness gracious. The Nugs were up 19 points in the fourth quarter. But Jokic fouls out. He almost never fouls out. And, man, I shudder to think what this team would ever look like if they had to play without Joker, because it just looks like they forget how to play basketball.
Yeah, let's not even talk about it, man. The only reason why we have a championship aspiration, we believe we can do it this year, is because of Jokic.
Yeah. So they ended up winning by 7. If you watch the game, you know it wasn't that close. The final score not indicative of the second half of that game. So they win but do not cover. But the story from last night, it's Payton Watson, who has been playing good basketball. He really has. He goes for a career-high 32 points, career-high 5 made threes, took 9, career-high 12 rebounds. I mean, Payton,
what more do you want that man to do?
He's been really good. Last night he was great.
And he's only going to continue to get better with the more reps he's given. And the great thing about this is, it's not great, but CB's going to be out for some time. That means that Payton Watson's going to get more time with Jokic, with the number ones, more time on that court to see what he can do with this. It's just fun to watch his development, Zach, and watch what he's doing and how he's maturing and he's growing up in front of everybody's eyes. And we know that he can be a really good defensive player. Zach, at 1.2 years ago, you said if he would just stick to like what he does best and focus on defense, he could be a $100 million man. Now,
yes.
Maybe things have changed, but he's still damn good when it comes to defense, damn good when it comes to having to guard some of the best players in the league, and he does a great job with it. But now it seems like he's starting to kind of develop his offensive game, which is fun to watch.
It's really fun to watch. And when we were previewing this game yesterday, you said, hey, what are you looking forward to the most?
Yeah.
I said Payton Watson. Payton Watson. He's been playing excellent defense. We saw him 2 weekends ago completely erase Pascal Siakam from a basketball game. Siakam's really good. This guy's an all-star. You wouldn't have known it if that was your first time seeing him play because of Payton Watson's defense. This past weekend, making life incredibly difficult for a top 10 player in Anthony Edwards. Payton Watson right now, I believe, is the best on-ball defender that the Denver Nuggets have. And last night he was insane offensively, but people critical, and I went at it with Cecil and Dover.
Yeah, you did. You had both of them in a headlock.
at the start of our show during the crosstalk, because they've been crushing Payton Watson. I just don't get it. They're critical of his offense. Guess what? Nuggets don't need his offense.
No.
Nuggets need his defense. Now, the fact that he gave that level of offense is insane. I mean, 32 is just psychotic. It's just psychotic.
Yeah, I mean, we know that's not going to be him
No.
consistently, but, like, it was good to see.
It was great to see. He looked comfortable. He's in a starting role, and that's what I said to you yesterday. I'm like, I want to see what Payton Watson looks like as he continues to play alongside Nikola Jokic, because he's going to have a really great runway in that department until Christian Brown gets back. And I'm just so impressed. He didn't get the extension. Christian Brown deserved the extension more than Payton Watson.
Yes.
And if they did them both, they were going into the second apron, which they don't want to do. I wouldn't want to do that either. I think the Nuggets made the right choice. But if you plan on winning an NBA title, I think Payton Watson's going to have to play a role in this. I really do. He represents a level of athleticism and defense that is missing without him. I think he's pretty important for this team.
And you know what I'm so impressed with Payton Watson with? Not just the development of him offensively, but he didn't get that contract. In a lot of players, you can do two things. Either you can pout and be upset and mad that your boy who came in with you got the contract and you didn't, or you can look at yourself and say, okay, what do I need to do to get paid? It may not be here, but I'm going to utilize and use everybody here to get me paid. And now for Payton Watson, you're going to have that opportunity with Jokic because now you have that Jokic bump.
Yep.
You're having that opportunity because you're putting yourself in good situations and you're surrounding yourself with good people. The whole offseason, when he would come around Broncos camp or to the Buffs games, who was he always with, Zach?
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon, a guy that everybody loves, the people's champ, a guy that has worked on his game at the three-point line, which is insane of how good he got from there. Well, you have someone like Payton Watson that's following him around and working out with him. Like, I'm not surprised that Peyton Watson is having this success and he has a different mentality. One, it's a contract year. He knows he has to be serious if he wants to get paid. Two, in order to get paid, you have to provide scoring, but also defense, other things that you can do, not just defense, but scoring too. And that's exactly what he's doing, or at least trying to do.
Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing. Now, I don't want to get carried away. I'm not saying he's Jordan, but no. I mean, goodness gracious, for our level of expectation for him, I mean, he has been mostly excellent. You know, he's playing like over 20 minutes a night for one of the best teams in the NBA. And the fact that the offense is coming along is just wildly encouraging. But don't expect that anytime soon again. I mean, that's going to be his career high, I would imagine, for quite some time. And then it was good to see Cam Johnson again. You know, like that is exactly what the Denver Nuggets need from Cam Johnson, what we've seen last game and this game. Last night that we're talking about. 14 points, 6 of 8. That's the level of efficiency that I was hoping Cam Johnson would find in this specific situation in Denver, and we're starting to see it.
Yeah, the bench did a lot better. Brucey B finally got some
much
points.
Better, much better.
12 points,
much better.
Was able to do some good things from the field. And defensively, 3 steals. Like, that's what you want to see from a guy coming off the bench, a guy that we all can rely on who's been very consistent for us. So if we're going to go far in the playoffs and we're going to go to a championship, the bench has to do their part.
Yep, and they were much better game over game. Outscored against the Bulls 66-9. So it was good to see Jonas Valanciunas. And I'll tell you this, man, if you were watching that game, Jokic fouls out of the game. Things get uncomfortable. Like it should have never, ever came to that. But things got uncomfortable with just a couple minutes left in the game after being up 19 in the fourth. And it was 2 Jonas Valanciunas deep mid-range jump shots that ended up being the sort of life preserver, keeping the Nuggets above water offensively as the Pelicans were storming back. It was 2 gotta-have-it shots, and JV buried both of them. And I shudder to think if those don't go in, the foul game starts and it goes from 7 to 4. And
you just don't know what happens.
You just don't know.
And that was my guy. That was my guy who I wanted to see be a little bit more aggressive. And when Jokic did go out the game and JV had to be a little bit more aggressive, he was. He was able to knock those shots down, and that's what you want to see. A guy that can get the rebounds, be a little physical, and then make the shots when it matters the most.
Love to see it, man. Jamal, not great.
No.
Not great.
No. Where you at, Jamal?
Yeah, 16 points on 5 of 14 shooting. All right, so in total, Jamal has been good. Didn't get the best version of him last night. It was kind of weird to see Jamal not register a single rebound in 36 minutes. He is a big rebounding guard. To have 0 is bizarre. So we'll just keep our eye on that. And then it was a big opportunity for Zeke Naji.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know really what to say. It's just it hasn't worked out as a draft pick. It definitely hasn't worked out as an extension, and it's just a bad contract.
Well, you know, the people in the front office are like, hey, look, let's put him out there. Let's see what we can do with this. If he does well long enough, maybe we can trade him, get something for him, take some of the money off the books. But Zeke Naji's going to have to do more than that. 27 minutes and only 2 points?
Yeah, and when he was on the floor, now mind you, this is a 7-point win. When Zeke Naji was on the floor, if you just kept the score when he was out there, the Nuggets lost by 18 in his minutes. So, yeah, not great. But they got the dub after the bad loss against the Bulls on Monday. And tomorrow night is a prime matchup on Prime Video. Nuggets at Houston in a game that is, the Rockets are 10-3, the Nuggets are 11-3, the Rockets are 5-1 at home, the Nuggets are 5-2 on the road. This is a heavyweight fight and a likely playoff preview at a certain point in time here with a Rockets team that is just so fun. Kevin Durant has been fantastic. Kevin Durant's still averaging 26 points a game.
He needed that change of scenery over there with the Suns. I mean, DG knows that. It's bad over there.
Alperen Şengün, Suns aren't as bad as we thought.
They're doing all right. Kevin Durant wasn't bad in Phoenix. It was just the team wasn't winning. But he was putting up great numbers.
Yeah, he's putting up great numbers. This kid, Alperen Sengun, is one of my favorite players to watch in the league. He is a mini Jokic. Amen Thompson, keep your eye on him. Jabari Smith, Reed Shepard. Really, really, really fun team. Will be a blast of a matchup tomorrow night. Okay, this is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. And we are rolling downhill here on a Thursday. Woo! Love it. Hour 4, here we come. Appreciate you guys rocking with us, however you are listening, wherever you are listening, and whenever you are listening, whether it's live or in the middle of the night shift. We appreciate you. You want to go to Phoenix this February for the biggest party in golf? It's the Fan Flyaway, presented by 303 Law 4040. Lori Bumgartner, you have 10 minutes to call us back at 303-713-1043 to be entered into our drawing for the grand prize. 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale, round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Phoenix, 2 nights hotel stay, and a $500 Visa gift card. Lori Baumgartner, you have 10 minutes. Call us back, 303-713-1043. Guys, if you haven't already entered, you can still sign up at thefanflyaway.com and make sure to listen weekdays every hour between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. to hear if your name is called. Vance Joseph, Broncos defensive coordinator, sat down and gave a really interesting, engaging, and candid interview to ESPN's Peter Schrager. And, man, Vance Joseph is having a great year calling this defense. And I think it was cool, the fact that someone like Peter Schrager, who's got a big platform, wanted to feature Vance in that way and just get his name and voice out there, because I know a lot of people that don't live in Denver don't know who Vance really is and kind of what he's been doing and what he's about, and they got a really nice view of that on that podcast.
Yeah, and they may know Vance, VJ, for his defense, and they may know VJ for when he was a head coach with the Denver Broncos and it didn't work out. But it's a different man now. It's a changed man, a man that has been through the fire, understands what he did wrong, and then you go from there. Like, this is why people deserve second chances. People deserve second chances in life for the most part.
Yeah.
And in the football world, when you're a rookie head coach and it doesn't go right for you, you're just hoping that someone gives you that second chance so that you can kind of redo some of the things that you would have done differently.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and I think that was well said. Here's Vance Joseph. And now, a couple of these cuts, you guys, they're going to be a little bit longer than we would normally play on a day-to-day basis, but it's worth it. Peter Schrager from ESPN asked Vance Joseph a question that we have been asking ourselves about the dynamic between this powerful defense and this often struggling offense. And this is what Vance Joseph said and the direction that he wanted to take it.
This is my 19th season coaching in the league, man, and you rarely have teams that are so close-knit, and that's all 3 areas. That's teams, that's defense and offense. This team, my guys, love Bo Nix, right? So he can't do any wrong, right? So we trust Bo Nix. But the team environment, the locker room, on the sideline, no one ever panics, No one complains, no one panics, man. It's about just winning that football game, And we know on defense, if we just keep playing, he's going to make a play. We watch it every day in practice. I mean, this kid is special as a person, as a player. His talent's off the charts. So we trust he's going to make a play. So it's a close-knit team. And you rarely in this league have a bunch of guys who play for each other, And it goes back to, George Payton's and Coach Payton's vision for this team, right? It was all about getting the right kind of guys. It wasn't always talent first. Sean's big on vision. Is he a good fit for our locker room? Even the guys we added with Hufunga and Dre, it's perfect people. It's hardworking, team first, great people. So we turned this team strictly on acquiring the right people. Talent aside, it's the right guys. So it's a great locker room. It's a close knit team, man. So no one ever complains. We just play. And the results are the results, and it's fallen our way, but it's not accident. It's purpose. We talk about how to finish games. Sean's big on vision. Everything we do in the program, from players to every game plan, is what's the vision for this game. It's what's the vision for this player. So it makes it easy, and it allows the coaches and George to kind of, always looking for the right fit. And right now, man, it's the right fit.
Really fascinating response that covered a lot of ground. What stuck out to you the most?
We can start with Bo Nix. Now, Bo Nix has struggled this year. We know that. Has taken a step back from last year. Some people want to call it a sophomore slump. It's the truth. It is. But throughout this process, this journey, the defense has helped. The defense trusts Bo Nix, obviously, because of what Bo Nix brings to the table in late in games, the fourth quarter magic. And so what a defensive mindset probably is, hey, look, I know it's frustrating that we're getting this offense off the field, but yet you look up and you're right back on the field. But if we hang in there just a little bit longer, if we hang in there, then Bo Nix will find a way to win this game. And it has been that for the most part, Philly, the Giants. I mean, you can go on. And so this defense understands what Bo Nix can do and what he's capable of doing. Also, they're watching him in practice, like VJ said. They see the throws being made. And so my guessing is during practice, you have the defense going up to Bo saying, hey, we believe in you. We trust you, man. You may make a mistake. We got your back. We're going to get the ball back for you so that you can have that last-minute drive like he had against the Chiefs. Now, once you get that last-minute drive, reward us, and Bo Nix has done that.
There's no doubt about it. And he said there's just a belief, and we've heard that word, belief, and no panic.
Yeah.
No panic. At one point he said, to my guys, and he's talking about his defensive players, he goes, Bo Nix can't do any wrong. which is interesting thing to say, but I know he's not just saying it to say it. But what he said that I thought was really interesting as well is he said, I've been coaching 19 years in the NFL. He said, what we have in our locker room is rare. He says it's rare in the NFL for guys to truly want to play for one another. The NFL, yeah, it's a team sport. But much like all pro sports, you want to do you and get yours and get paid and thrive and have your own personal success in addition to winning. But when you have people, and you didn't hear it in this clip, but another about Nick Bonito, when you have someone like Nick Bonito agreeing to the approach that Vance wants as opposed to just going to beat his man and get a sack,
yes,
and whether it's cage rushing as opposed to just trying to get in the backfield one-on-one, it's like this guy's bought in. Like these guys are bought in and they're playing for one another.
But why is that? Why do you feel like that's the case? Why is this happening organically? It seems like they love being around each other.
Yeah, I think it goes to what he says, that Sean Payton has designed this operation from a human standpoint first. And do we have, it goes back to the storm window analogy, do we have the right caliber and grit of these athletes? All these guys are going to be good athletes, but are they the right players for us? And Phil, I've said this to you before, but I've always believed that championship level teams, one, they're player led, but two, they have a different level of human connection and connective tissue, one to the other, where you do feel a sense of responsibility from one to the other. I remember listening to Brandon Marshall, who joins us on Fridays, talking about that Super Bowl 50 team going out and turning up on Thursday nights. And someone could say, well, you want your guys partying during the week of a game?
As long as they're together.
And but you're building memories, you're building bonds, you're building that tissue. So it sounds like this team has that. And I go back to the summer when Bo Nix said, we don't have any clowns. There's none of that. They're a serious group.
Well, and the reason why I asked you that, Zach, is because you are right. All of that is true. But also, the one thing about the league is players want to get paid. Well, here on the Denver Broncos, the core has been paid. Zach Allen, Nick Bonito, Jonathan Cooper, Hufanga has a contract.
You said Zach Allen.
Dre Greenlaw has a contract.
Sure.
Brendan Jones has a contract.
Sure.
So you don't have a bunch of players playing me football because they want to get paid. You have a bunch of players that are buying in because they know that they have the money. They have that luxury, and now it's all about just playing football, playing for each other, and winning a Super Bowl. That's why it's great that this ownership group has bought into Sean Payton and let Sean Payton kind of like lead the way, but also George and Sean coming together saying, who do we pay? There was only one guy that I was nervous about, not because of his play. He's a dominant force, but because he wasn't paid, and that's John Franklin Myers. But John Franklin Myers has bought in. Why? Because he's already been paid before, and he's going to be paid again because he's on a dominant defense. But when you take care of your players and you pay them the money, that's out of the way. That's what happened with that championship team with the Nuggets. It seemed like everybody was taken care of. It's
true.
And you didn't have to worry about somebody saying, me ball, I'm going to take this shot. No, it's no. Maybe make that next pass. That next pass may be the reason why we win the game. And that's the exact same thing that's happening here in Denver.
Yeah, I love it, man. And if it was a different situation for John Franklin Myers and he's in Vegas or fill in the blank situation that's not this, maybe he is turning into an assassin, a hired gun, an independent contractor. But when your culture is such, it can absorb even someone who is a little bit unhappy and just absorb it and still be the best version of yourself. And the other guy that didn't get paid, we didn't discuss him as much as JFM, is Jaquan McMillan.
Yeah.
And he's playing the best football of his career. So, yeah, Broncos have a really, really awesome thing going on here. Here's a little bit more from Vance Joseph, who was on Peter Schrager's ESPN podcast, and I believe it'll be on ESPN at some point, repurposed on the television. So good for Vance for getting his face and name out there.
Smart, calculated.
It is.
I truly think this is a calculated move, Zach, where get your name out there. It's the bye week. Nothing's going on. You have VJ that wants another opportunity at being a head coach. Go on a podcast that everybody is looking at and is well known. That's going to be on NFL, or is it going to be NFL? ESPN. And put your voice out there, put your face back out there.
Well, Peter Schrager asked him about coming back to Denver after being fired as the head coach. Really interesting response from Vance Joseph. Here he is.
No, it was never a problem for me. Obviously Sean's been a head coach for a long time, a very successful head coach. Denver to me was it's a home. It's home for me, right? I played ball in Boulder. I lived there after I graduated college. I was a head coach here for 2 seasons, so it was home for me. So I didn't leave Denver so bitter, where I couldn't come back. My 2 years in Denver as a head coach, I thought it was tough times, but it was the best I can do at the moment, and it wasn't bad football, right? It was just not enough time to get it fixed. So I didn't see it as failure for me. It was my first opportunity. It didn't go right. I look in the mirror, and I fix me, and I come back, and let's do it. Let's do it better. So when Sean called me, I wasn't opposed to it. I was very excited about it. Because Denver is a great place, and getting here, man, the ownership is the best. It's the best. Meeting George. George is the best. And Sean, his way of painting pictures, right? Sean very well. He can paint a picture, man. And his vision for me, his vision for the defense, his vision for this team, I was sold, and that's Sean's greatest strength, man. He can paint a picture, and he gives you a vision of what he wants it to look like, so it's easy to follow, So I had great confidence in Sean. I love George. I love the ownership, and I love this city, and I told my wife yesterday, I said, to be 9-2 in Denver, after our head coaching stint here, man, I'm so happy for the city. I have buddies here, who I went to school with who are huge Broncos fans, and they're happy. They're happy with the product, and this fan base, Peter, is amazing. When you're winning in Denver, man, it's nothing like it. It's the best job in football. So for me, it's been fulfilling to come back and work with Sean, the ownership, George, these players, and just for the city, to have a chance to win and go to the playoffs and hopefully one day win a championship again. That's huge for me. Outside of my own, wants here, I want it for the city.
He sounds super sincere.
Yeah.
And genuine. And no, I wasn't resistant to coming back.
He said so bitter. He wasn't so bitter.
Yeah.
Meaning that he had a little bitterness to him, as he should have, because he had no, and we're talking about Vance Joseph, he had no say in what went on in that building as a head coach. He had no say in what went on with the draft class and some of the players that were on the team, some of the bad apples or turds, somebody would say, on the team. He just was just there, like some of the other players, where it's just like you're coaching, but you're really not. You're coaching a bunch of players that you don't even believe in because they're not your guys. But you have no choice because you haven't been given the keys to build the team the way you want it to be built. And he knows that. Now, he may not say it, but he knows that he wasn't done right here in Denver.
No, and really almost everything about the current situation that Vance Joseph is in organizationally is the opposite of what it was when he was the coach in 17 and 18. I mean, like, think about it. When Vance Joseph was, and I don't want to get too carried away here, okay, but it's got to be said, and we've said it before.
Yeah.
But when Vance Joseph was the coach here, John Elway is in the final years of being a general manager. The work ethic was not
like John Elway
where it should have been.
He wasn't there. He wasn't available. He wasn't showing up to be a general manager.
Right.
Like, as simple as that.
Yep, and that's how it was in those years.
Yeah.
You know, post Super Bowl, and you reach the mountaintop, and then it's like, you know, you're still doing this job, right? And so it wasn't great. And then the ownership, that was able to happen with Elway, with a slip in work ethic, because there was no accountability from the ownership standpoint. The Broncos, for the better part of a decade, were being run by a 3-person trust, right? And so you look at the ownership group now, which we'll talk about here and have talked about throughout the afternoon, that the position that this ownership group has put this organization in,
man,
it's, guys, this isn't an accident that this is happening, okay, right now. Like, we're into year, like, basically 3 of the ownership group, but really year 2 of them taking some action. Year 1 was just about taking inventory.
Yep, just taking it all in.
But, I mean, this is not happenstance or coincidence that the Broncos are doing what they're doing right now under this ownership group.
But VJ says that. Now, he takes a shot without really taking the shot because he's right? The ownership group is different. VJ says he loves the ownership group. How can you not? He says he loves George Payton, who's the general manager. How could you not? George Payton works his ass off. That's one thing that man does do.
He's a grinder.
He's going to be in there grinding. All right, you have a head coach in Sean Payton that can paint a picture. And that's not the first time I've heard that about Sean. I've heard it multiple times with actually a player in the building, and I asked them, like, hey, why are you here if you feel like you're not getting the time that you want and need to continue to play? And the man said, because Sean told me to trust him. Sean told me to trust him because he has a vision for me. It's just not yet. And I'm like, wow. It makes sense. So you have this young player saying that, and then you got VJ saying that Sean had a vision and painted a picture for him to be this DC, the defensive coordinator over here. And so you have all that for VJ. How could you not be happy where you're at? And it's helping you have success and helping you and catapulting you into another opportunity to be a head coach.
Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. One more here from Vance Joseph. All right. He was asked about regrets at his first stop, okay? So he's looking back on his time as head coach with the Broncos, and this is a bit of a lengthy response, but we're going to play it for you. Here is him looking back.
I think, after the first time, just doing some self-scouting, right? It's just being self-aware. I thought with my first job in Denver, obviously defense was fine, right? I think the overall philosophy of building a team, I was chasing the wrong thing. Offensively, obviously Denver's had 2 great quarterbacks before Bo. It was John and Payton, right? So I take this job in 15, they were world champions, right? With a great defense with Peyton Manning, and now it's 17. It's 2 years removed, right? So the team's kind of still intact defensively, and it's no Peyton, obviously, and the national media, the local media, myself included, right? How do we find the next Annie or John Elway? And to me, that was naive, and that was immature, right? I should have spent my time on, again, playing great defense, right? Building an offensive line,
that was a more realistic thing you could make better.
That's what I could have gotten done and still had a great product and won games, which would have bought me time to find a quarterback, right? But I thought I missed the mark there. And I regret that, but I learned from it. And again, watching how Sean has built this team has been for me, a masterclass on how to build a team around what you have and how to win each game differently until you acquire that player. Even before Bo Nix got here, we should have been a playoff team, and I watch how Sean would maneuver the game plans and strategically win each game differently, before we had a Bo Nix. And that's the key in this league, man. You have to find out your formula to win with what you have available. And that only just gives you time, it buys you time to fix the major problems, which for me was the quarterback. But it was too much focus on that and not enough focus on winning around that issue until we had more time to kind of find it. And
it's a great answer.
I regret that, but that's the truth.
Really, really interesting.
There's so much to talk about.
Hindsight from VJ there. Where do you want to start?
I mean, we can start with he's right about the offensive line. Like, he's right about you build from the inside out. You did, though. This is what eats at me, and you're going to know this, but there was a quarterback out there in the draft that you could have picked up. And I'm not saying VJ could have picked up because he had no say. Let's say it was Elway could have drafted a quarterback that may have changed everybody's trajectory on what was going to happen to them next, their future. But you didn't, Zach. I think I know who you know who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and of course I do, and it's just so fascinating because Vance is looking back and he's saying, well, to get one of those unicorns, you usually have to be really bad and picking in the top 5. And I'm not picking on Vance in any way because I thought this whole thing was illuminating and great. But if you remember, in 2017, when it was your senior year of college, the Broncos had their worst season in Vance's first year. They were 5-11. That landed them the 5th pick in the draft. And the Broncos chose Bradley Chubb.
Yeah.
And there was a quarterback who was raw with a big arm and accuracy issues coming out of Wyoming. And John Elway could have drafted Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking for a unicorn, like on Thursday Night Football, try to look close enough. He may have a little horn coming out of his forehead. The week after opening up a six-pack on the Bucks. Six-pack. Never seen it before since the last time he did it.
Got a big old belly, keg belly right there.
A six-pack. Six-pack of touchdowns for the second time ever. Him and only him have done that.
He was sitting there at the fifth
he was there
of the draft.
He was there.
Could have had him.
So, but by the way, even that being said, even if they picked Josh Allen, okay, would John Elway have the patience to give Vance time to work with Josh Allen? Because this idea that Josh Allen walked into the NFL as a franchise quarterback, it's a bold-faced lie. I remember the conversations about Josh. People in Western New York were ready to sell his stock after his first year when he threw for 10 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. 10.
Yeah,
and at a completion percentage in the low 50s. So he ends up being one of the great developmental stories in the history of pro football. Didn't even have a scholarship offer, coming out of JUCO, and he goes to Wyoming, and he's a future MVP. So even if the Broncos drafted him, I just don't know how they would have handled it with Vance.
And the other thing with VJ, and we say this a lot, Zach, like, well, Sean's lucky to have VJ. Sean's lucky to have VJ. But also for VJ, this was what was best for Vance Joseph to come here in Denver and be behind Sean Payton, because now you get to see what it is to build a culture, to build a team, what it takes to build a team, what it takes to be a coach to get to a Super Bowl. You're sitting there behind a guy that has done it, and he's doing it right now. He's 9-2. So now when you do get your opportunity, he's going to probably take what Sean Payton has done and kind of recreate it in his own little, his own creative
image.
way.
Yeah, sure.
But it's good defense, an offensive line, and then you figure out the quarterback when the time is right. But build that foundation up with a great defense and an offensive line. You can't go wrong with securing that interior.
Yep. And the first move that Sean did wasn't drafting Bo Nix. It was signing Mike McGlinchey and Ben Powers and addressing the offensive line. So, and Vance even said, he goes, watching Sean do this has been a masterclass in coaching. So we'll see what kind of opportunities Vance gets here moving forward. I'm sure he'll get interviews. I think he's going to get a job. We shall see. Okay, if you want to react to that conversation and really insightful audio from the Broncos defensive coordinator, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. What does NFL history tell us about the importance of getting the number 1 seed? We will pass along that very relevant information coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back. Presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel, tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. First, head to thefanflyaway.com to register. Then tune in every hour to see if your name is called. If you hear your name, you have 10 minutes to call us back and be entered into the grand prize drawing. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make it happen in 24 hours or less. Interest rates are competitive, and home prices have been stable. That means you can find a great deal while locking in a monthly payment that fits your budget. Plus, with home equity building over time, your investment grows, making home ownership a smart, long-term financial decision. If you continue to pay rent, you're just paying your landlord's mortgage, and you don't need 20% down. You could be in your new home with as little as 3% down. Plus, they're offering down payment assistance programs to make home ownership even easier. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Colorado's favorite appliance store is celebrating huge savings during our Black Friday sale going on now. Hi, I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Craft your dream kitchen and save up to $4,400 on select KitchenAid appliance packages. Enjoy a special financing and our price match guarantee with exclusive offers you won't find at big box stores. Visit us today and experience the difference. When you think appliances, think Mountain High Appliance.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you. You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
I tried point counting, calorie counting, shots, and nothing has worked until Soda weight loss.
Soda weight loss gives you a personal nutritionist you can text anytime.
Everybody's great here. Everybody's encouraging. There were some times where I felt down and they brought me back up. If you stick with this program, you will lose weight and you will get to your goal weight.
When you sign up for Soda weight loss, your partner joins for free.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment. No meds, no gimmicks, just real results with real support.
Remember, sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Are you one of those people who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at coloradosedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
Bonnie from O'Meara Ford has convinced me they really want to earn your business. So, talk to me, Bonnie.
Well, O'Meara has over 1,000 vehicles to choose from. Plus, we have the largest service center in the region with 84 service bays. And we've sold 1 million vehicles since 1913. Our friendly staff will treat you right. And when it comes to repairs, our knowledgeable technicians do it right the first time.
There it is. O'Meara saves you time and money, whether you buy new or used. O'MearaFord.com.
Fans, listen midday for your chance to win Hockey Hall of Fame game family 4-packs at Ball Arena to cheer on DU hockey on Thanksgiving Saturday. Each day you get 1 row closer to glass seats.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
This is Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. If you've been seriously injured in a truck or car wreck, you want Wilhite. Get your free case review now. We've been voted best personal injury law firm for the last 3 years in a row. Visit WilhiteWins.com and win big with Wilhite.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auctions.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tomorrow night on 104.3 HD3, DU hockey skates with Arizona State. On 104.3 HD2, DU basketball faces CSU. And on the Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU basketball faces DU with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Rolling downhill. Bottom half of hour number 4. Really appreciate you guys rocking with us. That was really fun conversation about Vance Joseph. And I want to read a RamosLaw.com text here before I pass along the what history tells us about the importance of getting the number 1 seed. Someone says, once again, the idea, throw your name on it, guys. I'll give you a shout out, 3480. Once again, the idea that the Broncos couldn't have developed Allen, but the loser Buffalo Bills could with that sorry-ass head coach is laughable.
Damn.
This is a championship organization. The Bills are habitual chokers. I really don't have a lot of pushback there. Like the Broncos. Now, be mindful of this, though. Organizationally, when Josh Allen was coming into the NFL, this was not a championship organization.
No.
It just wasn't.
Not the general manager. We didn't have an owner.
No. So historically, is that the case in Denver? Yes. Was it the case at that intersection of time? No, it actually wasn't close to being a championship organization, and you saw some of that stuff with your own eyes.
Yeah, the culture was just it was not good in the building. There was people that were not being held accountable because you didn't have an owner there. The general manager was never in the building. It just wasn't a good environment to have a successful season.
Nope, it wasn't. And I do also agree with the Bills organization historically has not been championship caliber. They've never actually won a championship. So yeah, but I wanted to read that because my least favorite take, almost like in Denver sports since I've been here, is even if the Broncos drafted Josh Allen, it wouldn't have mattered because we would have ruined him. And I'm just like, no, that is the most defeatist attitude that you have this future Hall of Fame quarterback, and sorry to hurt someone's feelings out there on the RamosLaw.com text line, Josh Allen will go to the Hall of Fame one day.
Yeah, he will.
With a championship or not, it's going to happen. But if that's the mindset of you have a future Hall of Fame quarterback, but don't even try him in Denver because it wouldn't have worked, we would have ruined him, then just move the team to Memphis or San Antonio. It's such a bad take.
No, for sure.
I hate it.
And the thing is, you do need a quarterback in this league if you want to be successful, to even have a fighting chance. And Josh Allen, although yes, he was raw and he needed help developing, he was better than any of the other quarterbacks that were coming out of Denver. Period. From the start, he would have shined. Now, it may have not looked great, but his athletic ability, his strength, he is a smart quarterback and always has been a smart quarterback in Wyoming. It would have changed things. And hopefully, the general manager at the time, Elway, would have invested in this young quarterback in the sense of maybe bringing in a good quarterback coach to develop him.
Sure. And there's a chance that he's here right now and Sean Payton's the coach if that actually happened. And you're winning Super Bowls. I'll steal a Cecilism. You're winning Super Bowls. If Josh Allen had been here with this defense, now hopefully Bo can rise to the occasion.
Yes.
But yeah. All right. So we brought this up yesterday. Who should Broncos country be rooting for this weekend? The Colts or the Chiefs? If you root for the Colts, you're hoping that Kansas City gets their head pushed down and they're going to miss the playoffs. Okay? If you root for the Chiefs, it'll feel yucky, but it'll actually improve the Broncos' chances of getting the number 1 seed. And we put the poll out there on Twitter, all right? And it's been out there for over 24 hours, so we have the final results. And 65% of the 2,439 people who voted on this, 65% said Colts, 35% said Chiefs. And I'm never going to tell a fan how to fan, make up your own mind, but I would just say, in my opinion, those folks are just a little bit off the mark, Phil.
Well, they're doing this poll or making their decision off of emotion, not liking the Kansas City Chiefs, hating them. But you have to take a step back and say, what's best for the Denver Broncos to get to a Super Bowl? Is it worrying about the Chiefs, or is it the Chiefs helping the Denver Broncos out by beating the Colts, who the Colts beat us? And now if the Chiefs win, we have a better opportunity to take the number 1 seed, have a bye, and only need to win two more playoff games to get to the Super Bowl. You have to look at it from a different point of view. What's going to help you out and take the emotion out of it?
I agree. And here's the facts of it, okay? Here's the facts of it. Since 1975, 26 different times the number 1 seed went on to win the Super Bowl. 26 times. Guys, that's 53% of the time in the last 49 years. The number 1 seed went and won the Super Bowl. So, I like what you said. If you take the emotion out of it and just look at it pragmatically, I think the best thing, based on a real set of historical data here, it would actually be to hold your nose this weekend and root for Kansas City. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. You make your own mind up. But historically, that's what you should be rooting for.
Do you think Sean's rooting for Kansas City?
Yep.
Okay.
I definitely think so.
No, yes, because it's what is going to help us out.
Yep.
That is all that matters is like at the end of this day, the Denver Broncos get to a damn Super Bowl. So how can that happen?
Yep. And what did Sean say last year when they lost to the Bills in the playoffs? He said, we need these games in Denver. And the way to have all those games played in Denver is to have the number 1 seed. Real quick, getting a lot of pushback that Josh Allen's not going to go to the Hall of Fame. Guys, I'm just telling you what's going to happen, okay? I'm just telling you what's going to happen, right? The guy's got more rushing touchdowns than Zeke Elliott had in his career. Think about that. More rushing touchdowns than Zeke Elliott had.
The tush push.
Like, no, it's not
the Buffalo tush push.
No, it's not. So, I mean, yeah, he's got 5 consecutive seasons of 40 touchdowns or more. No player in NFL history has ever done it 3 times.
Yeah.
And so it's just, yeah. Okay. What did we learn today in Denver sports? That's how we'll finish up coming up next.
Is R.J. Harvey ready to take over the Broncos' backfield?
R.J. Harvey ain't ready. He's not ready. Too much pitter-patter.
I think R.J. Harvey has already established himself in what he is, at least for this year. And that is a guy that's really good out of the backfield catching the ball.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is going on, everybody? As you know, the temperatures are dropping, and that game day energy is heating up, baby. Broncos country. You can feel it. The crunch of the leaves under your shoes, the chill of that air, and the sound of that crowd echoing through the mile-high city. Football is in full swing, baby. So whether you're bundling up to cheer on the Broncos at Empower Field or heading up to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, make sure you get there on time and also in style. Leave the traffic and icy parking lots to somebody else. Why? Because Hermes Wide has you covered with their luxury rides that will keep you warm, comfortable, and stress-free all the way to kickoff. Hermes Wide also offers championship-level transportation. Picture this. You and your crew rolling up to the stadium in a sleek, heated vehicle, no parking hassles, no driving worries, just a professional driver ready to get you to and from the game safely. So give them a call today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, you can give them a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
CU fans, keep your fix going with Denver Sports CU Football Post-Game Recap. Available every home game exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. Family driven for over 100 years.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, feeling cooped up this winter? Mark Schlereth here. You know these Colorado nights can get freezing cold with your furnace running nonstop just to keep things cozy. But here's the thing. While your heating system is working overtime, it's also blowing dust, dirt, and debris through your air ducts and straight into the air you breathe. That's where Ductworks comes in. Your trusted air duct cleaning experts. Using a powerful combination of scraping and vacuuming technology, the Ductworks team clears out years of buildup, grime, and other gunk hiding in your ductwork. The results? Cleaner, fresher air, better energy efficiency, and a healthier home or office for you and your family. Don't wait until spring. Breathe easier now with top-rated service from Ductworks. Call them at 303-425-0985 or visit them online today at ductworks.com for a free residential or commercial estimate.
303-425-0985.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Jim, it's late in the half here at Empower Field, and things are coming down to the wire at the concession stand.
Nachos are a solid choice, but Grant needs to finish strong here.
He scans his wallet and pulls out his Broncos checking debit card for 10% off.
Wow, savvy move. And with no surprise fees, he won't regret this order.
I don't know, Jim. That's a lot of cheese. Bank like a Bronco with Broncos checking from INT Credit Union. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Spine One. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain. Well, my guys at Spine One, they're an emergency room for back pain with same-day appointments. They'll see you and they'll get the journey started. And that's exactly what I did. Whether it's chronic pain, acute pain, work-related, sports-related, doesn't matter. All you got to do is pick up the phone and start your journey just like I did toward pain-free. 303-367-2225. That's 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at spineone.com.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Final segment here on a Thursday, and we have a friend of the show stopping by. It is the Scrapster, the scrappy one, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys? How we doing?
Scrappy.
Doing okay. How are you?
Doing okay. Doing a lot better than I was the last 48, 72 hours.
Weren't feeling well, huh?
Nah, the old strep throat. The sandpaper, you know that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was not good.
We missed you, man.
I missed you guys. I heard Phil was talking about me, which is no surprise, but it's all good.
What was Phil saying?
I think there was a winner named Peterson, and he was wondering if I was said winner.
Oh, right. Yes, which would have been illegal. which we wouldn't pass the scrappy one. We wouldn't put it past Will to break the contest rules. What are you hot on today?
Yeah, I mean, I think this Colts-Chiefs game is just so interesting for a number of reasons. And it was funny. I put out a poll yesterday about 3:15, who are you rooting for?
Yeah.
And, people start voting. I'm like, oh, this is a good poll, interesting poll. And then I'm scrolling Twitter, 4:15. Zach By, hey, Broncos country, who are you rooting for? I'm like, did my poll just get plagiarized?
I can promise you that did not happen. If you think I'm scanning your Twitter while I'm doing a live radio show, you're nuts.
Oh,
I just thought, what were the odds that Zach posts the same poll?
But isn't it reasonable? Isn't that reasonable?
It's a great poll, but it just shows, great minds think alike.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I like that. I like that better.
Or it shows that Zach stole it. That's what you try to come in here and say.
No, I'm the king of giving credit.
In all seriousness, we've all done these 4-hour radio shows. You're not actively checking Twitter. You're doing your rundown. You're talking to your producers. Like, I knew you didn't see my poll, but I'm just like, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this because it was almost word for word the same.
Is that right?
It was very close.
So did you take your poll off?
No, my poll's still there.
Okay.
Zach's poll kind of lapped me on the number of votes, though, so I was a little jealous on that. A little jealous. But I am hot on that because I think it's a fascinating conversation of who you should root for if you're a Broncos fan.
It is. And look, 65% of my poll said they're rooting for the Colts, what were your results?
Yeah, let me look right now. This is interesting. 68% rooting for the Colts. So we were very similar in our poll results.
And so I just don't think, and again, I'm not telling anyone how to think or feel. I just think that the 65%, the majority, is missing the mark a little bit here. I do. And Phil, put it well. He's like, these people are voting out of emotion because they hate Kansas City. They want to see Kansas City bounce from the playoffs. I would just say having the number 1 seed is more important than just about anything on the docket right now, considering that since 1975, 26 number 1 seeds have gone on to win the Super Bowl. That is more than half of the time in a 49-year sample size, the top seed wins it. That should be the focus, not to rub Kansas City's face in it, because Kansas City is going to have to be almost perfect down the stretch here anyway. So I think it's more about the Broncos than what's going on with KC.
I totally agree, man. I think that while I understand burying KC and keeping them out of the playoffs, you have to win 2 home games to go to the Super Bowl.
That's it.
2 home games.
That's it.
And go YouTube the 2015 AFC title game, the 2013 AFC title game. I mean, it gives me chills every single time. Sea of Orange. I know people said on Sunday the stadium was shaking.
Yeah.
If it's shaking in November, what's it going to be doing in January, right? You want 2 home playoff games? The best way to get 2 home playoff games is the Chiefs to beat the Colts this weekend.
And we're dominant at home as of right now. We're undefeated. So why, if this holds up and we become undefeated at home, we have 3 more home games left, like why wouldn't you want to be playing at home with the number 1 spot? Like, come on.
And that leverage penalty, man. Like, if the Chiefs beat the Colts, we can finally rid ourselves of it. Then the Broncos would truly control their own destiny in terms of win-loss with Indy. But that pesky leverage penalty, still the tiebreaker that I really hope they both don't go 13-4. And we got to sit here doing radio going, well, we'd be this seed if it weren't for the leverage penalty.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if that's what we're doing? And look, there's 6 games left in the year. It's razor-thin margin. So to think that that could not be the case would be a little bit naive. But hopefully that is not actually going to come to fruition. We have Avs back after almost, it feels like a bye week almost for the Avs. 4 days without a game. Last played on Sunday night, and here we are near the end of the week on a Thursday evening hosting the Rangers. Rangers, really good road team. Really bad home team. 1-7-1 in Madison Square Garden. 9-2-1 on the road. The Avs have won 6 in a row. They're still alone with New Jersey, who have yet to lose a game in regulation at home. What are you seeing here tonight?
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup for the Avalanche because it's another game without Valeri Nichushkin. And when he was going through all his stuff, we constantly cited the stats of they are so much better with him on the ice than without him. So is this new makeover of a roster from Chris McFarland going to be able to kind of ditch the dependence on Nichushkin, if you will? Obviously, they did on Sunday, but I'm hoping they do it again tonight because if he's going to miss 10 games, I don't want us looking back in a month going, well, they went 5-5 in those 10 games without Nichushkin. I hope we don't have to revisit those conversations.
You see Mikko ranting to try to take a man's life the other night?
Yeah, and did you see what Patrick Waugh did?
Yeah.
So
I would have done the same thing.
So whose side are you on? The greatest goaltender in Avs history or your boy Mikko?
Oh, no, it was a dirty hit, for sure. For sure. I know you're trying to bait me, man. I know you're trying to bait me. Patty Waugh, baby. No, Waugh was in the right on that one. I do like that Mikko texted the player that he injured and apologized immediately. Like, if you make a mistake in life, cute.
Yeah.
I think it's accountability, right?
Okay. Just don't do it.
Well, better than doubling down and saying, I thought it was clean. He knew he screwed up and texted the guy.
Somehow praising Mikko after all this for his level of accountability.
I said I was team Patty Waugh.
Of course, just joshing around. Looking forward to the ride to my 7 and 8-year-old basketball practice.
1-0.
Want to know. But I'm feeling a little bit under the weather too. So get me to where I need to go here. Listening to you on the way home, Mr. Will Peterson. We step aside for Denver Sports Tonight. Coming up next.
Is Vance Joseph coaching his way toward a much bigger opportunity after this season?
You have the league's best defense. You're going to end up flirting with the all-time NFL sack record, and you're doing it without the Defensive Player of the Year and your leading tackler, who are 2 different people?
Yeah.
Phil, he's got 6 more regular season games left in Denver.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
This is TV's Dr. Travis Stork for Eggland's Best. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, make sure you're choosing wholesome ingredients like Eggland's Best eggs to plus up your nutrition. With more than 6 times the vitamin D and double the omega-3s and vitamin B12 compared to ordinary eggs, Eggland's Best supports a healthy lifestyle. Available in so many delicious varieties: classic, cage-free, organic, free-range, and pasture-raised. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com to learn more.
At Bank of America, we asked our people, how do you take ownership of your career?
I'm able to grow my way by putting the priorities that I have for my career first.
I thrive on being a leader who's behind the team, not in front of the team.
Every few years, I'm being re-energized because I get to do something different and learn something new.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Brandon Stokely here for Colorado's hometown HVAC team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Is your heating system struggling to perform and need to be traded? It has never been easier to get a quote for a new heating system. Rocks Heating and Air offers a free online heating and cooling quoting system so that you can quickly and accurately get pricing on a new system. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
This is Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. If you've been seriously injured in a truck or car wreck, you want Wilhite. We've been voted Best Personal Injury Law Firm for the last 3 years in a row. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com and win big with Wilhite.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The holidays will be here before you know it, and for many families, that means excitement, but also stress. Between gifts, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out if you qualify. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/D